Welcome into the Cam Strick podcast, episode number 214.
Oh,
Presented by Hair Club.
God. Felt like dog. Fuck.
What, from Thanksgiving?
Man.
You have tryptophan. You know what that is?
I don't know.
No, do you know what that is?
Tryptophan?
Yeah, tryptophan.
No, is it something in your blood?
It's a chemical that comes in turkey that makes you tired.
No, man, I drank too much.
No, that's what it is. It's called tryptophan.
Man, I drink too much, dude.
Oh,
it's
really?
called alcohol defane.
Oh, well.
I mean,
you
the turkey didn't
sometimes...
goddamn help, but, you know, like I eat a lot of goddamn food. 4-day weekend, and then this morning at 4:30, I get up. I'm like, oh, fuck. Fuck. Like, get up! Get up! Gotta get my shit together.
Do you like Thanksgiving food?
Yeah.
Do you?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah, you can't eat it all the time.
Turkey? Sure you can.
Well, turkey's different. I mean...
Well, what are you talking about?
The stuffing.
Yeah, I don't even like stuffing.
The gravy.
The
green
gravy's
bean
awesome.
casserole.
Gravy's
the sweet potatoes.
Sweet potatoes you can?
My mashed potatoes you can eat every day. In fact, I made a couple of different batches.
Did you eat meat?
I had a lot of stuff, actually.
So did you eat meat, though? Did you eat turkey?
I think so, yeah. I think I had some.
No, you didn't. That's
I,
so weird.
No,
so what'd you guys have at your...
I think I did.
So when you go to your family house, like, what did they...
A turkey, dude.
Okay.
A fresh turkey, actually.
So it was a real turkey?
Cooked, yeah.
So your kids ate it, too?
Of course.
Oh, good.
Dude, my kids will demolish
Well, I didn't know that they're allowed to eat meat.
Oh, they can eat whatever they want. Yeah.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah. No, there's no rules for that. No, they can eat everything they want, anything they want.
Brody,
hey,
am I wrong for asking that?
No,
like,
the cranberry sauce, do you eat that?
Yeah, sure, Andy. But, like, so you ate meat all weekend. The kids didn't know that?
Oh, my God, yeah.
I thought you didn't do that.
No, I ate listen, we had lots of options.
So was it real turkey?
We had a field roast on the menu as well. A field roast is actually very good. It's very delicious.
Yeah.
I think Steiner and O'Reilly had that. Probably Paul Stastny probably had that too.
The hippie boys?
A lot of guys had that. A lot of the... I think David Backus probably had that on the menu.
All right.
They do have a tofurkey. Hey, listen, all y'all out there, especially my people in Saskatchewan and Alberta beef, all them, my people, they're reaching out and they're asking me how the tofurkey was, man. I appreciate that. But we didn't have a tofurkey this year.
A real one.
A tofurkey is like a tofu.
Did it mess your little tummy up eating that real meat?
Dude.
I bet it did, didn't it? Your little tummy's like, I don't know what's going on here. Help me.
Hey,
help. This is too much.
You know what I can't have?
I want my greens. What?
I can't have ice cream ever again, dude.
Well, you got lactose intolerance?
I think I am.
Oh, really?
I think I might be.
I don't even eat that much junk food, to be honest.
Do you eat a lot of ice cream?
Not really.
I picture you with a bag of chips.
I drink beer.
Yeah.
So, like, when you're a heavy drinker and you drink a ton of beer, you don't think really of snacks as much.
Oh, really? Is that what happens?
Your beer substitutes that.
Oh, it substitutes snacks.
Yeah, it's not good. But, like, I'm not like, I want ice cream while I'm drinking beer or wine or something like that. Wine's different because you could have ice cream and wine. That kind of fits. But ice cream and beer just doesn't go together.
Ice cream and wine does not fit.
No, because it's a dessert, and you could sip your wine and have ice cream just like you would after a big meal at a restaurant. You could still have your wine.
You sound like a lot of fun for dessert. I mean, ice cream and wine. That's what you're having for dessert? Ice cream and wine?
I'm not having any dessert.
You pour your wine on the ice cream?
No, Andy. And, like, no one's having a dessert party that I'm going to anyway. So
a dessert party? You ever had a dessert?
Like, I'm really fun with my dessert. Like, who's
I'm not
fun
a
with
big dessert.
If somebody's like, hey, man, just come over and party with dessert. I'm like, no. I'd rather not be hungry and party.
I'm not a big dessert guy anyway.
Yeah, I know. You're a healthy guy, man.
No, I'm just saying in general, I don't have a big sweet tooth. I never have. I'm not whatever. I do love some apple pie, though, man. I'll eat the shit out of that. Pumpkin pie, I've never really gotten into.
All right.
But the apple pie, my sister-in-law, dude, she's like a real like baker. Like, she makes cakes, wins competitions, and makes incredible cakes. She makes like wedding cakes for people. Like, if kids have birthday parties and they want to have a cake that looks like,
that's kind of cool.
Like Chase from the what's the
don't know
that cartoon with the dogs and stuff.
No, I don't know.
What's it called with the dogs and Rebel and Chase and
don't know, homie.
All of them.
I don't have kids, man.
Paw Patrol. If you wanted to have your cake look like that,
didn't they get in trouble for being like talking about cops?
Maybe.
And they're like, we don't want to associate with police officers now.
It's like what's going on with the people don't know what to do. Cam, have you noticed how everyone's brains are in knots on social media because of this thing with the Vancouver Canucks, with the woman who's like suing, but she's complaining about another woman.
Oh, really?
It's like normally, the cancel people come out right away. They're like, we are going to have your back. And they're like, wait, what? You're confusing us now.
Yeah.
It
doesn't fit their narrative.
Well, it's. I'm just saying. Yeah. I'm not saying anything. I'm just saying people's brains. They get tied in knots.
They wanted to fit a certain way.
They're like, we have your back. Wait, we have her back.
Yeah.
No.
Wait, oh God. Help.
Who's
How
back
do I look
are we
better?
Gonna have?
How can I virtue signal the most? Which woman should I choose now?
Hey,
that's how it is.
Listen, we talked about this before. We don't know enough about the situation. I'm not going to pretend that I'm a legal analyst, although I probably could be.
Probably could be too.
Okay,
I know you probably goddamn
be like
could
just give me the.
Hey, we see some of them like you could do that.
Give me the legal complaint. I'll read about it and then I'll give you my take on it.
I'll talk to my people and we'll put it together for you.
But I mean, she did have an issue with
we're not virtue signaling
a previous organization, and they're elevating her to the coaching staff, assistant video coach. Or assistant to the video coach. And then they let her go a month later. That just doesn't happen in hockey unless you're creating issues.
Yeah, no doubt.
So I'm not going to blame the Vancouver Canucks
and
here,
no
man.
offense, Andy, you might be creating issues, Blackhawks, and still keep your goddamn job.
Maybe.
Which is very bizarre, too.
Maybe.
I mean, he was certainly creating issues no matter what happened in the Blackhawks situation, and he still kept his job. Meaning, remember we were talking about, I want to go back to that whole thing, but it's to fire somebody like that, they got to be doing something,
right?
Right. Especially if it's a woman.
Oh my God! Well,
I know.
And then the other woman,
in Canada,
get this woman out of here.
Oh my God! I mean, woman on woman crime.
It's oh my! You're giving me a headache here. People don't know what to do.
The writers don't know what to do. They just wish it was a man versus a woman.
Right.
Maybe throw a couple of other things in there to really make it staunch. Yeah. But it's just not the way. Sometimes. The world works in mysterious ways. It can't always be perfect for you guys.
Apparently, she had said something, and then she took it down off her social media. I'm sure her lawyers are like, you just need to stop talking.
Yeah, how about just get off the fuck off of social?
Stop. If you want us to get any money for you, you just got to get off social media.
Yeah.
So we had talked about that several weeks ago. All I'm saying, everyone's jumping on it, but then they don't know how to react and how to break it down because it's very hard for them.
It's the same thing with Elon Musk. Now he's a white supremacist.
Hold on, is he a good guy or a bad guy?
We don't know, but he does a lot for the world.
Figure it out.
He's a smart guy that's more successful than any of us. He's one of the smartest guys in the world, most successful people in the world. But now he's supposedly a white supremacist. I'll give you an example. You know that goofball chick? Alyssa Milano. She is such
I used to have a poster of her
weirdo.
On my wall when I was in sixth grade. She was in a New Jersey Devils jersey with a hockey stick and ripped jeans.
That's right.
Remember that?
I remember that one.
Oh, my God. Full size, ceiling the floor poster, and she was on the Who's the Boss TV show.
Yeah, as a little girl, yeah. I like Tony Danza. He's actually a cool
Tony
cat.
was cool, but
he's a pretty cool guy.
Alyssa was cool, too. In fact,
no, she's not.
I have a picture taken with her years ago, not that long ago. The Cardinals hosted the All-Star game here in St. Louis. The worst sporting event I've ever been to, by the way. The home run competition. Yeah. The worst sporting event I've ever. But she was on the field, and we got a picture taken, and I reminded her about the poster, and she said, oh, my God, I get more people who tell me about that.
She's
poster.
really cool. Well, anyway, well, she's
very good friend of mine.
Yeah, she would be. I could figure you two would be hanging out together.
Hold on.
So anyway, can I text her? Can I talk?
Can I text to Alyssa real quick? And just
go ahead, man.
You have anything you want to say to her? Or?
Yeah, tell her she's really cool. Okay. So anyway, she goes on social media. She's such a nerd. She's like, oh my God, dear Elon, okay, I just got rid of my Tesla, okay, because I don't support white supremacy. So you know what I got? I got a VW instead.
Oh, VW.
Yeah, Volkswagen.
I used to drive one of those.
Do you get the hypocrisy there? Can you put that together, Andy?
Hold on.
Can you?
Well, one's German.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Interesting.
Well, VW's German.
Germany had a tough time in the last 100 years, just so you know, with white supremacy.
Yes.
So she's going to go from a Tesla.
She said that.
Yeah, and she's just getting this. They're dumb.
Okay, can I ask you
I'm not
this,
the smartest guy in the world.
Why is she accusing him of white supremacy? What did he say?
Because it's a new thing to do.
No, but what did he do?
Nothing.
Well, he had to have done something.
No, because he's more I'm going to keep Twitter in line. I have to show the Republican side or the conservative side or whatever the fuck you want to call it. Here's a different side of things, and we're not gonna oust these people that want to have an opinion.
So Twitter was overwhelmingly
liberal and
and
the algorithm was.
And now he's just trying to
put it
bring
back
it
together.
a little more to the other side.
And he's fucked up too, man. He posted a clip of weirdo boy with Nancy Pelosi, so Paul Pelosi in her underwear, and that turned out to not to be the case. Although I still have to see the video for that whole debacle of a fucking scenario. You don't want to see a guy get his head bashed in, but on the other hand,
I don't need to see that.
I do. I'm curious on
what hammer attack.
No, I just want to see why he let the guy in. There's a lot to it. It's all good. We don't need to get into it, Andy. But the point is that just shows like some people are just like, he's white supremacy. I'm gonna go get a Volkswagen and say, oh, okay. They'll look that up.
So that is the hypocrisy.
Well, it's just goofy.
You're accusing somebody of white supremacy, and then you're going to go buy a car that was made in a country that is known for white supremacy.
Well, it was made during that time, and they supported the Nazi regime. So anyway, It's all good. But the point is, it's. You ever see a meme that says, "What's the new thing now?" Just like we kind of chirped about, like, "What's the new thing now?" It's Ukraine, and it's this, and it's like, hey, fuck Elon Musk, and it's blah 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 blah. It's like every month there's something new that people cling on to and they hate because they did. It's just
How's
weird
the
how
NBA
it works.
players? How are they reacting to Elon?
Well, they're
like LeBron Taco Tuesday. Like how's he reacting?
Oh my God, he's probably like, oh my God. So like Aaron Rodgers came out. I read an article the other day, and like Aaron Rodgers,
thumb is broken, by the way.
His ribs. Aaron Rodgers goes, fuck Twitter. I don't give a fuck. I don't want to be on that goddamn thing anyway. And then some guy from the Patriots like, this is really tough for me, and here's why. I used to go to Twitter to get all my information, and I knew it was going to be truth. Now I don't know what to think. Like, what? Wait, Twitter wasn't fake beforehand? Now it's, wait, what? It's just this shows it. That, I don't know.
Well, listen, Aaron Rodgers probably doesn't like Twitter because he is a famous athlete.
He actually played cool.
Gets killed on there probably all the time by the crazy people.
You're missing my point. He played it cool. He's like, I don't care. He's like, if Twitter shuts down, it was about something shutting down. If Twitter shuts down, he's like, I don't care. I'll go on it if I want to. Like, he was pretty cool about it. But the Pacers dude was like, oh my God, I don't know where to get my truth now. Meaning there was so much truth with Twitter, and now it's just.
It won't change his life because he's rich and famous.
Yeah, it's like, but the article is about, oh God, we got to feel sorry for these athletes and celebrities. They don't know how to react to Twitter now. And it's like, fuck all of them. Like, who cares? Like, you and people like would go on like, I don't know how my Twitter family. If you think people on Twitter who you've never met are your family, you are a weirdo. You are a weirdo. If you go on Twitter like, that's my family, you've never met any of those people.
I've always felt like they were family.
You don't know any of them. It's like such a fake thing.
I feel that like just means know them, Cam.
Go outside and meet people. Meet people firsthand. That's what you're supposed to do. These Twitter people aren't your family. You disagree with what they say. They're not your family. You don't know them.
Well, let me ask
They don't know
this.
you.
I feel like I've
it's
gotten...
so good. It's like, I'll give you an example. It's like when you're a kid, and you're playing multiplayer on PS4. And you're playing like, this is my best friend. He lives in India. And we're friends because we beat this game together. You've never met the guy. It's Monte Teo stuff, man. Like, I don't know.
Monte Teo?
Monte Teo. What's his name?
Monte.
Whatever.
Montel
He's
Williams.
a weirdo, too. And everybody's like, I feel bad for Monte Teo. I'm like,
Manti.
I'm like, dude, he fucked up on that. Like, he didn't, like, do anything bad.
His high school stats are phenomenal.
Yeah, I know, but
Very good
if you look
player.
if you're like Cam, is Monte Teo normal? I'd be like, no. And you could say I'm not normal. But on the other hand, it's like that guy, he got hoodwinked by...
Yeah, when he could
he could
have
wheel
whatever
anything you
wants,
want, and that's your best friend, a person you've never met before. That's a weird part of society.
What was her name again?
Don't know. Oh, she...
Well, I mean...
knows transgender.
He didn't know, dude.
About what? Yeah, but how do you not, though? It's just goofy to me, that's all. Like, I've made so many mistakes in my life, man.
Dude,
like, I have. Like,
I used to...
But, like, when you don't have a real friendship with somebody, and you think that the social media and the people, like you and your friends, like, you don't know them. You don't hang out with them.
No, I know.
It's goofy to me.
I used to work overnights at Calf Country, Kaff, Calf Country. I was a country music DJ. I had different shows, Cam, in college back in the day. I would have request nights where you can call in and make requests. That was a 6 p.m. to midnight shift, but sometimes I'd work overnights. And at the Chevron station, in fact, I had a T-shirt from the radio station. I signed it, and they hung it up at the radio station. They used to call in and make requests all the time. But there was a woman that used to call in and be very flirtatious, and I got suspicious after a while.
Yeah.
I wasn't sure if it was
because
a woman.
usually wouldn't do that to you, you know? And so you're probably like, whoa, what's going on?
Well,
here?
at first, and then I was like, I don't know, man. I don't know what's going on here.
This is weird. A woman's coming after me.
Well, you had to cut it off.
Yeah. Andy,
I'm
if you don't
used
see
to-
the person, like you can't.
Well,
you know.
I know,
I remember doing.
But they
that.
call in every day, dude.
Yeah,
Some people, like the woman in the Manti Te'o situation, she or was it a he or she?
It was a he, and then
Because you're confusing me now.
I don't know.
Okay,
I think
but
it's a dude. Now
it was a dude.
Yeah.
She could remember how she could turn her voice.
Yeah. No, I know they can manipulate you, and I remember this happening in 2001 in Windsor, when the internet first started coming out. And all these girls would try to reach us, all of us playing for the Spits and all these OHL guys, and they'd get a hold of us on via this messenger thing. And I remember we'd all be together like, fuck, what's up, girl? Like, what do you, let's show us pictures. And then they wouldn't. And we'd be like, okay, well, we're not meeting then. And then another girl would, and that would work out. But then another one would try to do it, and it wasn't a girl.
Picture she showed
Yeah.
to Manti.
No, I know.
She was very hot.
But that was 2012. We were doing this in I know. She was a cutie.
No, remember?
I do.
The
I
picture?
saw Andy. I saw it, dude.
She was like a supermarket. Like
Yeah, she
Miss,
was Hawaiian.
Polynesia.
And when you're Polynesian, just like you said before, and I agree with you on that, they're very tight knit, and so like they wanted to stick
he's not
together.
looking to date, and he wants a Polynesian. Dude.
I get you, but Andy.
They don't have a whole lot of those in South Bend, Indiana.
Yeah,
have you
heard
been there?
Fucking cockfest in that mug, dude. So I get you might be.
You're not going
you're
there
already
for the
sexually,
girls. I'll tell
yeah,
you
but you
that.
can walk down the road.
To where?
To wherever you want to go and find a chick.
Dude,
Anyway,
I couldn't even find like a bar to go to in South Bend.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe that
Dang
was the case.
shit.
But
I'd let my kid go there, though. I would.
Yeah, of course, because it's a great school. Just like Neil Kamenowski and all those guys went there. If you go to fucking Notre Dame, man, you're getting a job.
But everyone I know who went to Notre Dame, nobody married a girl from Notre Dame.
Yeah, they're all sexually frustrated.
No, they married someone that they met elsewhere.
No shit. Yeah, but you can meet chicks elsewhere, especially if you're a superstar.
Not that there's anything. Listen,
But let me finish
there's
my
a lot
point.
of beautiful women at
Yeah,
Notre Dame. I don't want anyone to get
sure.
upset with me.
I get
They're
ya.
biology majors, and
and they're smart people, man. They're more successful than we are, and that's
Yes,
cool.
yes, yes.
But the point is, even in 2001 and 2002, 2003, we still were like, okay, girl, show us. Like, no, you got to prove something here because I'm not driving 40 minutes to meet you unless I see
I
something.
don't think he said that to her.
Well, then do it, because my point is, and when they say no, we're like, okay, on to the next.
Remember, he was like, "I love you."
I know.
And he would talk to her on national
I love
television.
you.
He would just have a game where he
Yeah.
had like 15 tackles, 1.5 sacks, an interception.
He would dedicate it to her.
And he would be like, I want to say hi to my girlfriend, who he had never met. That was when, come on, Manti.
It's like, come on, homie.
If you just would have kept it to be like, wow, this girl, like Miss
Like, I need to
Polynesia,
see
I'm
you.
going to meet her when I go back to Hawaii.
Yeah.
But you brought her to like a national attention.
Yeah, man.
And then he's like,
I can't feel
his
sorry for
first
that
interview was like on like a TV show that no one even had ever heard. Like Katie Couric, we all knew who she was, but like I didn't even know she had a talk show.
Dude, it's odd.
And the dad was like, he was not happy about that.
His dad was probably like, "Hey, son, fucking wake up, homie.
Dude.
Like, you're getting hoodwinked.
Yeah.
Like, you're getting fucking, go bang those fucking dimes that are banging on your door."
No, because they want to stay with, they want to
Well,
keep it
that's
within
on
the
you
family.
then. Like, well, what's that supposed to mean?
The
Like,
Polynesian family.
Okay, but like, I'm just telling you, man, it's goofy. And I
You
it's
didn't
like,
feel bad for him at all?
Yeah, I do for a little bit because I think he's a good
Just
soul.
because he's a great athlete doesn't mean he's like super smart or has great like street.
Well, when you go to Notre Dame,
street sense,
we'll figure that one out.
street smarts.
Yeah, well, when you go to Notre Dame, you should be kind of smart because I'm not smart enough to go there, and I'm smart enough to know that chick would have been. I would have been like, show me more.
Just
like,
think
I need
if
to
he
see
would have
you.
gone to USC instead, which was his original pick.
Yeah, he still would have got hoodwinked.
Like that would never happen to like Troy Polamalu or one of
No,
those.
hell no, Andy, come on now.
You know Troy. That's
Yeah,
Paul
he's
Correa's
hanging
boy.
out Paulie surfing all the time. Yep, I
Got
know.
great hair, endorsements.
He's supposed to be a really good guy, like a really nice guy. And Monte Teo's supposed to be a really nice guy too. He just got hoodwinked, man. And so everybody's like, I feel bad for him. That would,
Yeah.
I could see how that could happen to me. I'm like, that happened
Troy
in like 2001. It didn't
Polamalu,
work out.
Ed Reed, Deion Sanders, like three of my favorite defensive backs of all time, Cam.
Hey, can I give a shout out to my Devils fans? Because I
Why?
actually
They're
do
throwing
have fans.
stuff on the ice and everyone's very upset about it.
I don't give a fuck. That doesn't bother me. I kind of like it, to be honest with you.
Well, that's
I'm
hey,
just
you
saying.
are what you are. Don't try
You
to
are.
be something different. They bring that New York
They're
energy.
fucking hardcore, baby.
And that's what they do.
Sometimes you're gonna get fucking shit thrown at you when you have 3 goals disallowed. Although, like, you could look at the goals, like maybe you got
the Maple Leafs like, we are leaving the bench.
And we got to throwing beer on us. I can't have alcohol. What am I doing?
Mitchie, come here.
Mitchie, help Mitchie. Get Mitchie. There's alcohol by him.
Austin, will you tell Mitchie to get
Get
off
him.
the ice?
Get him some wheatgrass now.
Mitchie's,
it's like,
Mitchie's putting up points like 15 straight
I know.
games.
He's doing well, man. No doubt. I'll give him a little shout out, man. And I heard Little Ty's doing good, too. Just so you know.
Oh, you heard that?
I heard Little Ty's doing fucking good, too.
Mitchie
Little
is
Andy's son, by
I
the way,
tell
who I love.
Ty to watch Mitchie
By the way,
Marner,
punch me in my
dude.
wee-wee.
Why didn't you come to the games this past weekend?
Because I got shit going down in my
I know
family.
you do.
And don't make me talk about it on the fucking
we're not
podcast.
going to talk about that.
I'll talk about when
I know you
it's
do.
not good
I know
right
you
now.
do.
I love all you
do.
guys.
Hey,
but
I'll tell. Let me just tell all the Cam Strick family out there, including my Twitter family that's listening. Just keep Cam and his family in your thoughts.
Yeah.
Now we don't need to get into it, but
I'll
he could use some positive.
I just want to say,
man.
my mom's going through a tough time, and when you guys get older and you have to deal with a family member that's depleting, her body's depleting at a high level, to get everything organized, to take the next step, even in the U.S., is fucking difficult, and it's hard on my dad and my lovely wife. I gotta give her a little shout out. She's taking care of a lot because I got shit to do too. And my wife, I love you, girly girl. It's been tough, and we're dealing with it. That's all I'm going to say for now, and we'll go from there. But when you guys get in the situation, man, you guys let me know, and you can message me, because you know if you know, man, whether you're in Canada, whether you're in fucking the UK, anywhere around the world, like, it's tough when your parents get older. That's it. I love all y'all. That's it, baby.
And I asked Cam, just so people know, if he needed me to, like, tie the dogs up or... give the cat some water.
The cat's got goddamn water.
My eyes can't take the cat. My allergies. I can't.
Little
take
boo boo
care,
can take care of a fucking self.
the cat.
The cat, they're independent, man. I just got to keep the food out. But the doggies, like, they're sitting in their crate right now. It's just.
I'm gonna send them to the kennel probably.
They're okay. They're pharaohs, little puppy pharaohs. They get fucking. They get whatever they want.
Well, we're thinking of you and Denny and everybody.
Yeah.
Okay?
It's just,
and Kate, who's been like stepping up for the family, man. I love hearing that.
We got into a fight Friday night.
Who
man.
did?
Kate and I.
Oh no! Hey, can I just say this real quick?
I kind of just want to be real with the people.
I want you to be, but let me just say this.
Yeah.
So, Chrissy Teigen, she's married to John Legend. You know, she's like a
Chrissy Teigen, the weirdo.
Is she weird?
Oh Jesus!
She's a Twitter. She's part of my Twitter family, dude. Right? I'm part of her family. I feel like I know her from Twitter, and she's very pretty. Am I thinking of the wrong? She's hot, dude. Like smoking hot. Like
she was older, and
well,
and
anyway,
she says some stupid things about stupid things.
Oh, she might have.
She called out like.
Okay, I don't follow all that shit.
Well, you probably should follow something so you
well,
know who you're like
idolizing. She
idolizing.
put on Twitter, "Hey, is anybody having any Thanksgiving drama? Let's hear about it." And it was like thousands of comments, dude, and they were hilarious what people are dealing with on Thanksgiving. So when you just said that, were you dealing with Thanksgiving drama?
Oh, but I know where you're going with that, and I'm glad because Chrissy Teigen, I think if I'm thinking of the right person,
she's John Legend's wife. And
just
she's
kind of
like
look up
super hot, dude.
John Legend. God. Anyway,
he's a singer. He plays the piano.
I know.
You know who he is?
Yeah, I know. They're loud. It's all good.
Are they? God, dude, I don't even know. Dude.
Well, no wonder you don't. It's all good, man, because you probably agree with them. So anyway, but you're right on the Thanksgiving. This had nothing to do with that. Well, but the Thanksgiving thing, honestly, all y'all out there, man, like that could ruin your fucking family.
Oh yeah.
I've seen this firsthand with my family, and it wasn't like my parents aren't hardcore, right? They're just like convince me they're pretty. Kate is down the middle with. Kate is like I'm pretty hardcore with what I believe in, and I'm open minded to a lot of things. Just like talk to me and convince me, and I'll agree with you. And there's certainly other things I move back to the middle on, no doubt about it. But man, if you go to Thanksgiving dinner and you got that fucking uncle or you got that little nerd boy kid that's like, I'm gonna say this to everyone. And then you and your fucking uncles are looking at each other like, okay, I got to put my fucking foot down on this little fuck boy. And then you got to do that. Or it's a fucking uncle who's too loud and he's like, oh, God. Like, that could goddamn ruin you. Unfortunately, it's got to that point, especially in the U.S. and I think in Canada too. Man, they're going through there. Everybody acts like no one else is going through. It's only U.S.
Dude, Canada
bullshit
is going through a big time.
Shit, yeah,
Dude,
they are.
You talk to people like
I know.
Carlo Koliakova. He's loud on Twitter.
So and this
shit.
COVID
they
shit.
hate that Trudeau, man.
No
but
shit,
some
they
people
don't.
love him. A lot of the liberal people do.
Fucking hate him. No doubt.
They do.
But like that could ruin. It's gone so bad, especially with the COVID stuff and disagreeing with different policies. And God, your family people will just leave your fucking house and never talk to you for 5 years. Like you gotta find a way to maybe be able to talk about it and not get fucking hateful. It's hard
terrible
to.
advice, Cam.
Well, because it's going to get brought up.
Can I
it's
just tell you?
I know, but I'm just saying, like, I've seen that firsthand. But Kate and I didn't get in a fight about politics, dude.
Can I, real quick before you guys talk about your fight,
Well,
my advice to the people out there.
Yeah, Andy, tell us your advice. You know what's going on.
And well, my in-laws came to my mom's house for dinner for Thanksgiving
I'm
dinner.
sure you guys all have the same kind of.
No, it was a great mix. But like,
Oh, I'm sure.
my brother, my oldest brother, was in town with his family.
Yeah.
You know, they're very conservative and certainly lean heavily to the right.
Mm-hmm.
My in-laws lean heavily to the left.
Oh, really? Get right out of town.
And I just made sure everybody
Get
knew.
right out of town,
Everybody knew. And, you know, for me, you know, I don't lean either way. I listen to Jon Stewart and some other people. Whatever they say, I just go with.
I just think you don't know how because you don't have an opinion.
No. So, well, I just... Yeah, I don't know. I don't get that worked up about shit, man.
Yeah,
I
you
just do my own shit.
Well, when it smacks you in the face when it comes to different things.
That's different. So I just let everybody know, like, hey, just so you know, we're not talking like politics.
Yeah, we're just gonna fucking enjoy it.
We're just gonna chill.
We're happy.
We're gonna have some good ass.
But on the other hand,
you know what I brought, dude?
What?
That cake bread, dude.
Did you
talked
really?
me into it.
$100?
Yes. No, it wasn't 100.
How much? 70?
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah,
in the
isn't it
70s.
good?
Yeah.
Damn
Very good.
All you guys, I'm telling
you
you.
just had me like you piqued my interest. Like,
did it taste
sometimes people
grapey?
do that, and I'm like, I
Did you
gotta
like it?
have it.
Did you like it?
I loved it.
And wasn't it good? Grapey, good.
Yeah.
You got a good drunk from it.
My boy Steven hooked me up, just so you know.
I'm just letting you guys know, man. You guys buy cheap wine. If you buy more expensive wine, and $70,
He's the wine guy, just so people know.
It's so much smoother.
Yeah.
Your hangover's better. Your drunk is better. You're happier. I'm telling you, it's like
was
a better. It's like finding like pure. You know what?
Well,
instead
of
cut up shit.
I know.
Not that that's good either.
I was really into wine for a while. You
Oh,
know?
I love it.
And I was reading about it. This is several years ago.
Yeah.
And I was and then I was drinking wine, and then I read about how much sugar is in wine, and
Yeah,
I was
there's a
like,
ton.
man, it's not very good to drink it all the time. But I knew on Thanksgiving, for example, like Thanksgiving, Christmas, I'll drink wine, you know, exclusively throughout the late afternoon and through the evening. So I want to make sure I've got the good shit. But anyway, so we avoided that. So what happened with you and Kate on Friday?
Well,
and don't hold anything back. I want to know.
Well,
so I can help you.
And we
through
haven't
this.
fought like this in a while.
Oh, a fight.
And you know, like everybody goes through this. All you guys.
Did
and,
she
you
get
know,
out of the car on the highway?
No, fuck no. I'm not driving anymore. Are you out of your fucking mind? No, I don't do that anymore. That happened after a game one time. Listen, I'm real.
The All-Star
hey, I don't
game,
care.
dude.
I love all you guys. I'm real, man. I shit my fucking pants. I used to piss the fucking bed. I'm an addict. Kate and I, we have a lovely life, but sometimes we get in fights, man. All you guys know what I'm talking about.
Well, who doesn't? With their spouse.
Yeah, but ours are, you know, like. So Friday, like, is a long day. My mom's fucked up. We were dealing with that. She's helping so much, and it's hard to do because Kate's got to step in. She's not, you know, she has to take care of my dad, like figure out what my dad wants to do.
But she's
my
kind of next in line, dude. Like, I mean, for women in the family, in your family, like
I know, but on the other hand, it's just like my mom was manipulating. Like, then she's a nurse. Like, my mom knows, and she didn't want people to know, and it just was a tough thing to deal with. So this is the back of our head. We're dealing with a lot of shit. We're hanging out all day Friday. We go to the Christmas light thing at St. Albans where they light the tree in front of the subdivision. Really pretty. We go up to my buddy's house, and we're partying. And, like, we're drinking all day, basically. And then we go up to my buddy's house, and he's the tequila boy, you know, fucking Trav, fucking Codigo, tequila. Yeah. And Kate's like, I'm having fun. I'm drinking. I'm like, I'm fucking done. We're watching the game. He's got more people coming over who I'm like, ugh. I didn't like care for.
You weren't in the mood to socialize.
I'm done by this point. Our brains
You're ready to go home.
Our brains are fucking shot.
And Kate's having fun because she's out of the house.
Finally,
and she's doing her
thing. But she's
yeah.
done work, so it's like she's not like fucking imprisoned. Mm-hmm. She doesn't work. She can hang out with people. She can golf when she wants, like whatever. But she's drinking tequila. Like I'm fucking done, man. And finally, she wanted to stay, and like these people came over, and they were annoying. And I get fucking annoyed at the end of the night. I'm done.
Yeah.
So I'm like, Kate,
I've been there.
I'm giving her a look like, let's go.
Yeah.
Like I'm sloppy. I'm getting annoyed.
You knew it was time.
I'm just like looking at her like, do me this thing. Like we've had a long day. There's a lot of shit going on. And we get to our house, same subdivision. And then all of a sudden we get in the house and something happened. And all of our emotions all came together of what's going on with reality. And with my mom,
it came to a head.
It just fucking came.
So
like
what happened?
Goddamn.
So you were a dick to her?
Well, I think we're dicks to each other.
Okay.
And she said a couple of things, and I got fucking pissed. And Andy, guys, when you get to a point where like, let her just go. Let her yell. Go in the other room. Just shut the door. Don't do anything. Don't say anything. Shut the fucking windows because it was a little bit warm outside. Good thing our neighbors aren't that close because it was loud. And it was one of those nights, Andy.
You told me when you guys fight, it's very loud.
Oh, well, we're loud. Anybody that fights is loud. Who fights, it's not loud. Because when you're that emotional and you've been drinking, Kate's 100 pounds. She's drinking tequila. And I'm looking at fucking Travis. And I'm like, God damn it. I go, stop. I know this is going, but she's having a good time, and Travis wants, because they're friends. Like,
okay, so what happened?
Everything came together, and we were yelling at each other so bad, and I was so upset, and she was crying, upset, and we were just like fucking. I didn't do anything stupid. I didn't drive and go to my dad's house. I had to sit there and be like, just stay here. Go upstairs, get away, take one of the puppies, whatever. They're freaked out. Get upstairs, hold your breath. Take it, fucking chill out, breathe, and that's what I did. And nothing happened.
Where's the cat?
The cat's fucking doing whatever. The dogs are freaked the fuck out. And finally, you just have to settle down, get into a different room, take a fucking breath, and let the night get over with. And the next day, we wake up, she gives me a big hug. We cry together, and we're okay. So all you guys out there, and I know I can't, but if you know, you know. Where you get to a point where, I'm fucking leaving. That's when you get jammed up. I'm fucking driving away. That's when you get jammed up. Go in a different room. Take some deep breath. Get away. Let her bang. Let her yell. Do whatever. You just get away. Take a shower. I don't give a fuck. Just calm down.
Shower.
Just get away, Andy. Just get away from the scene.
I think I saw this episode of Cops
and so,
one time.
So finally, it calms down because I could just turn it off. It calms down. We go to bed, and we wake up. She gives me a big hug, crying, and we're okay.
Did you say anything you regretted?
Probably.
Yeah.
Did
she say anything?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yep.
What's something that will trigger you that she'll say?
This was too personal. Not to me. It was more like the situation. Listen, dealing with what's going on with mom ain't easy. So there's a lot of weird variables, decisions that you got to make, and it just was confusing for a while, and I don't know. But the point of the story is, I don't give a fuck how mad you are. I don't care at the moment, like you can't stand your wife. You have to take a deep breath, go into a different room, and reorganize your fucking mindset, man. And then come back down and figure it out. Or don't come back down, just sleep up there. Right. And the next morning, then you rehash everything. And then you hug each other. Because that night, that's when you make dumb fucking mistakes. That's when you go drive your car. That's when you fucking throw something out the window. That's whatever. You punch your goddamn thing. Whatever it is. You punch your screen of your car that's broken.
Do that.
I've
never been one of those. I don't have that type
Andy,
of
you're
rage.
Normal.
No,
you're normal. Then.
I don't have a rage.
I know you don't.
I get mad. I get very mad.
Well, I'm an
but
emotional
I don't punch things.
Yeah, I know you don't, Andy. Trust me. But not that you punch things. I'm not saying that.
I don't break things.
More like yell. More like drive your car away because you have to get away. Find a way in your house to get away. Lock yourself in the basement and just let the night go by.
Take Blake for a walk.
Walk. But when you're that upset with each other. My point is, when you're that upset with each other and you think this is the end. It's not. You're wasted. You're drunk.
What if you're not?
You shouldn't fight like that then.
Okay.
This was all alcohol induced. This amplified tequila. You never fucking drink tequila, and all of a sudden you're in a different motherfucking.
You should have tweeted.
What?
Tweeted at Chrissy Teigen,
or tweet out something, or all that stuff. It's not always the same kind of fight. My point is, like, you have to take a deep breath, reorganize your mind. The next day, then go, and then usually it's going to be okay. But don't make any stupid decisions that night when you're fucked up. You have to smack yourself in the face and just get away from it. Don't drive. Just stuff like that, Andy. That's all. I love all you guys, man. And, maybe you're perfect, unlike me. I'm not perfect, dude. Maybe you're perfect, but I know a lot of you aren't, and you know exactly what the fuck I'm talking about.
Dr. Cam.
Well, whatever. I'm real, dude.
Well, I'm glad you guys overcame that, and you guys got over that.
And this is so dumb. It's so dumb.
Tell Kate she can call me if she needs
Kate's
something.
the most pure person in the world. Like, it's so dumb. All like,
oh, yeah.
It's just like a drunk fight. It's a drunk, stupid fight. Stop. You guys love each other. You guys have a lovely life. Look around you. Look what you're doing. So anyway, I love all you guys, man. I just sometimes got to let it out to you. This is where I get to let out my emotions.
Is she on Twitter, your wife?
Fuck no.
Either is mine.
Well, I hope not.
She's not.
What's she need to go on Twitter for? What's she going to say?
She's
I'm going to talk about Ukraine and Putin. Like what?
She's on Instagram.
That's fine. And I like everything she posts. Oh, it's all cute stuff of you and your family, which puts a smile on my fucking face.
You like our Thanksgiving pictures?
Yes.
Like our
I love
family photos?
Anytime you send any family stuff, I'm like, fuck yeah. Brody did the same damn thing. It was adorable. I love that. It puts a smile on my face. Don't anybody chirp you for that. If anybody chirps you because you're posting pics of your kid, fuck that. Now, you can go overboard, but you guys don't. And I love it. It makes me happy, man. It does, honestly. So, sorry to be emotional. God, sorry, guys. I know you guys are driving your truck. I know you're grinding right now. Like, I'm just letting it out, man.
Dude,
What's
our
up?
listeners are great, man.
I know,
we
I
talked
love
about
them.
it last week.
Somebody got pissed at me, though.
Well, we'll talk about that here in a second.
Yeah.
But because we talked about my daughter being in the hospital, and like people were like reaching out with,
I know,
like sincere concern.
Well, the poor little girl, goddamn.
But that's not what we were asking for or anything like that, man.
No, man.
So
We're just real, dude.
But so I do genuinely appreciate that, man. It's like
people are awesome, dude. People
just,
like they love it. And like they reach out to me and they talk about their problems. I'm like, what's up? I remember this. I love getting up in the morning on a Tuesday when we put out the podcast on 12 o'clock. I get up, I'm sitting with Boo Boo at 4:30 in the morning, and I look at my Instagram messages, and I always have messages of people, and it's just so sweet. Or it's like hardcore form, and I'm like, fuck. Here's what I'm gonna say to you. I can't explain it enough right now. I'll keep doing it for you. Like I love that. It makes me feel so damn good. Our listeners are so awesome.
You eat leftovers?
God, yes.
Like for how many days?
One.
You won't go the
No,
second day?
I don't play. You know me. I'm a princess. I'll do it one time.
Okay.
It's over.
Just Thanksgiving or anything? Like if you go out to dinner,
if Kate,
are you boxing it up?
Yeah, and taking it home and eating it. But the next day I probably won't, depending on what it is. Now, when Kate makes that goddamn lasagna, oh, Jesus Murphy, from fucking scratch with extra beef.
That's not scratch. No.
What are you talking
Scratch is when you make your own pasta.
Yeah, I get that. We're not making our own pasta.
Do you know that?
I don't want to, but when she does that, I'll eat that motherfucker for 2 days, no doubt. I'll eat it for every fuck meal for 2 days straight.
So
it's that good.
Carlo Koliakovo.
He's probably a fucking good cook.
No, his whole, they're all like.
I bet you he's a good goddamn cook.
Like real Italians.
I know. Damn.
So he
cook.
would have these dinners with like the Petrangelo family or like the Del Zottos and all these guys, right?
Good old Italian bae.
And dude, I went. They came in town. They like bought like a pasta maker and all this stuff, dude. I went. They were like making pasta.
You're right on that from scratch.
I was like, damn,
that's legit.
With like your nona.
Your nana.
I think it's a nona.
Well, mine was a nana.
Yeah, but I think when you're Italian, it's called like a nona.
Maybe. But yeah, oh my God, man. Like my grandma and my nana used to make, oh God, fried chicken. Good old Midwest. We're from the Midwest, baby. We're in the middle of America. Good old fucking Midwest fried chicken.
So, my side of my mom's an unbelievable cook, dude. She makes everything by scratch, bakes. My grandmother was the same way.
Give me something she makes that you like.
Clam chowder.
Ooh, New England, the red or the white? God,
the real shit. She's from New York, dude.
Oh, okay.
Well, she was born and raised in Sweden, actually, which is why I tell you that's how I got my hands in my.
Well, you made it far. Those hands.
I
stuck up for you on the radio today, just so you know.
Today.
Yeah.
Wait, why'd you have to do that?
Well, we were talking about coaching and ex-players coaching, and they want to say, Cam, why don't you coach? And I'm like, I mean, I could. Like, oh, fucking Andy does it. So imagine having, like, Barrett Jackman as your coach, and all of a sudden players like Andy's your coach. And I'm like, wait. Andy coaches with
Who
Brown.
said that, like a listener or like a co-host?
Listener, just trying to chirp because I told him, I don't know.
It's a valid question, valid point.
I go, they fucking love Andy. The players love Andy. He's fun. He's there. He's happy. He does his shit. They listen to the pod. Like, they like him. They respect him. They probably goof around with him. But Brownie's coaching. Like, Randy fucking just throws his 2 cents in. He's there. He fucking does his shit. They love him.
Well, I don't try to be Brownie.
No, you don't.
I don't try to be somebody that played 800 games in the show.
No, you don't. You just you do what you're supposed to do. I don't know exactly what that is, but I know the guys like you.
Well, I will say this.
I stick up for you more than you think, just so you know, man. I chirp you on here a lot, but I stick up for you a lot too, because you guys are also fucking competitive with each other. All you people that work in broadcasting, so competitive.
You've noticed that.
So goofy, man.
I don't get into that though.
Well, you're neck deep into it. What are you talking about?
Yeah, but like Andy,
you call me every goddamn day talking about shit.
Not about like other broadcasters. And
no,
shit, like
but there's drama everywhere you go. Everybody's competitive. It's a dog eat dog world, and you gotta fucking.
But here's the difference. Man. I think a lot of people who are in media, like their entire existence, is centered around their media life. Like it's all about media. Mm-hmm. When I'm not doing the podcast, or if I'm not working at a game or on the radio, this kind. I shut it off. I may tweet and like stuff like that and put stuff out there.
Well, you're hanging out with your kids,
I'm doing other things.
Yeah. No, I
and
know
like
you are.
The people I hang out with and stuff, like they're not like caught up in that world. They wouldn't even know what I'm talking about with like other like media people and stuff like that.
No shit, they don't, because this is all internal stuff.
That's right.
But they're all competitive in a weird way. I guess it's like
so a lot
being
of
on
media
a team.
like kind of hang out with other media and do their thing, and they just don't get away from it. Their entire existence is centered around their media presence, if you know what I mean.
I do.
Like they need airtime for survival. It's like oxygen.
It's their endorphins.
I used to tell some people,
it's like tweeting,
like if there was like a radio players association, like I wouldn't want you in it because you'll work for free. No matter if they said, hey, you can have a 12-hour-a-day show and we're not going to pay you a dime. They're like, okay.
Yeah, I want to. My buddies think I'm good.
Yeah,
I'm listening.
And so then now
you're
the
paying
next
for you to be
comes in is like, oh, we're not going to pay you because we didn't have to pay this guy and that guy and that guy and that guy.
No, it's
you know what I mean.
But once you get in, listen. Here's how I look at.
That's why I like making my own money. I always want my deals that I do with radio stations are like, hey, you don't have to pay me a fucking dime. You don't have to pay me down. I just give me some inventory that I can go sell on my own, and then the pressure's off of you. You get me, I get you. We come together, and everybody's happy.
Well, you're on one day a week, so yeah, you got to do that. But the point is,
I've got 3 different shows I sell.
The point is,
right?
The point is, like I look at, once I got into radio, people are like, if you don't want to make money, get into radio. No, if you're not good, you're not gonna make money. But if you're okay, if you're good and you're different, like. There's money to be made. There's get in a podcast. You're not, no. If you're good, you're going to make money. Just be different and be good, and you're there. A lot of guys get into media because they like hearing themselves talk, or get into radio. They like hearing themselves talk, but they're not making any money. And they're like 10 years in, they're like, screw this stuff. I can't believe I did it for 10 years. You're never going to make anything. No, well, you didn't sell and you weren't good. Andy could sell a goddamn ketchup popsicle to a woman in white gloves. Andy will always be on the radio, and he's good. You get to guess. You're good at what you do.
But if you rely on like the sales staff, like
stuff,
because the days of having like these huge, extensive sales staffs, like those days are over.
They are. I mean, our sales staff do pretty good.
Yeah, but like how many people are in the sales staff? Like 2?
Yeah, I know. They're still selling.
So, but it used to be like you had like 10, 20, 30 deep.
I know. Ton of money.
Like when I was working at another station, and
right.
It was the Cardinal station, and McGuire's hitting 70 bombs, dude. The sales staff had their own, like they had like 2 floors full of people, dude.
Back then,
they were like, I'm a really good salesperson. I'm like, Okay, no, McGuire's really good salesperson, dude.
I know. Well, they jumped in on the right time.
I know.
And they were able to call people and cold call them and convince. And they're like, oh, this product works. You do have a fan base. They're loyal. Just like our fans are loyal. So anytime we put something out, we talk about First Form and stuff like that. Like you guys jump in on it. And we appreciate that.
It's like in professional sports. You could be a great salesperson, but if you work for a team that's terrible,
I know.
You're all of a sudden not that good. But then you bring in a coach and some players who start putting some W's on the board, and now all of a sudden people are coming to the games. And now you're a good salesperson because the team is good. So all those things go hand in hand.
Yeah, but it's so funny. When I first got into radio, people were like, hey, good luck. Well, you're not that good then. You're not that good then. Like, how'd you not? You've been doing this for fucking 10 years. You say you keep bitching about money. Where are your sponsors at? Where's your following? You know, I don't know. Be different then. You got to find a way to be different.
So, listen, I had Thanksgiving at my mom's house, and I sent you some photos, and then you sent them, and I asked you not to share.
No, I didn't share them with. Listen to me. Andy was drinking at his mom's house, and he was going through his old photos. Dude. He was going through his old photos, so he starts sending me all these photos, and he knows what I'm going to do with them.
No, I don't.
No, get out of here. You know, I'm not going to post them on social media. I don't do that shit. I'm not Tim Peel. If you would have sent those appeals,
hashtag Peel.
I love you, Peelsy, but you would have sent those appeals. He would have been like, check this out, Derry. And he would have fucking posted every one of them. But Andy sends to me, so I sent it to a text line of buddies that we all know Andy, and we loved Andy so much. Everybody loves Andy. So it's like we sent it to my buddies. A couple were very, very flamboyant, which is nothing wrong with that. One, I'm not even going to say what you look like because it's rude to say because I'm not going to say it. But then a couple other ones, I'm like, God damn. You looked like a hunter-gatherer, Native American. You look like a fucking badass, long hair all the way down to his shoulders, had a cool look to him. I don't know. I'm like, two look corny, and then the other two, I'm like, is that even you?
Yeah, but the one that looked corny was like a senior picture in high school where they tell you how to...
Can you post that for the people? Because now they're going to want to see it.
Because they tell you how to like stand. I wasn't even standing. I was laying down.
It was laying down with a hockey stick like he's fucking Mario Lemieux.
And two skates.
Two skates on like, hi.
It's like I was like Russ Cornwall or something.
Oh, he looks so corny. But then the other pictures look good, and that's why I sent those out, man. Listen, if I can't belittle you to everybody because like that hurts the brand. I need you to look kind of cool once in a while. I'm glad you sent me those pictures. Now, the first two were corny. The second two were kind of cool. And so I sent them out. Now, I didn't post them. And you know what?
Yeah,
you want me to fucking send you?
People are texting me, and I'm like, that motherfucker. I
didn't say. I go, no one's. Did anybody post anything?
No.
Exactly. They're not going to fuck with me. I go, don't post these. These are for your entertainment only. And they're like, send me more corny
Did you send it
ones.
to the whole Bluesers thing?
Yeah.
You did?
Yeah. Ain't no big deal. They all like you, dude. It's not like it's not like your enemies. No. I didn't send it to your fucking radio
But
crew.
I kind of had that, I kind of look Native, dude.
You look Native American.
Women used to think I was.
You did look Native American.
And
you probably lied to him and said that you were.
Oh, dude, my brother, like
Would you like, no, I'm Jewish?
No,
you wouldn't say that.
Like he'd like bring girls over and stuff like that. If they were older, he and his buddies, and he used to always say, "This is my Native American brother."
He's a hunter gatherer.
So
that's no, you look good, man. You look cool. I mean, not that cool, but pretty cool, man. Like cool in you are now, I guess. Which is good. It's a good.
Well, sometimes you just got to change your look a little bit.
Yeah, you can't have that long hair bullshit now. Well, your hair wouldn't do that now, but you look good now. You look good on TV the other night. I saw you.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, damn good.
Okay.
Although somebody keeps sending a picture of you with lipstick on, and I don't know what to do with it. So I got a text line on my radio show, dudes, and like they could send in stuff. So anytime I talk about Andy, which is I don't chirp you all. I don't do that because I got to stick up for you in the
lipstick. I know a picture talking about. There was like a photo shoot at a radio station.
It looked like you had mascara and lipstick on. So bad. No, it was like the most obvious thing in the world. And I'm like, I'm trying to like stick up for you. I'm like,
well, there's nothing wrong with people who wear that, by the way.
Well, it's different.
You're really just you're crossing the line.
Okay, then wear lipstick tonight when you do the show.
No, I wasn't wearing lipstick.
Wear lipstick tonight. If you think it's fine, then wear lipstick tonight on the broadcast and see if anybody says anything. I don't
need to wear that.
Well, you said it's normal, so you look better with it, I think.
I don't want to offend anybody. That's all.
What do you mean offend? I thought that's inclusive to wear lipstick.
Oh, that's true.
So, what are you talking about?
Can I talk about this Jason Robertson guy real quick?
He's pretty good.
Well, All I'm saying is this. I haven't even posted it yet. I was down at the rink this morning because the Blues play Dallas tonight.
Yeah.
And this Jason Robertson, like, dude, he wouldn't get off the ice.
Oh,
I mean,
he's
like
23.
shooting pucks, and nobody's on the ice, dude.
That's what good players do, Andy.
No, they don't all do that.
Yeah, a lot of
This
them
dude does. He would not get off the ice. Then it was like a goaltending coach working with like a backup goaltender who was still out there. He starts taking breakaways on him left and right. Like I'm just saying, some guys just kind of have that, like where it's authentic. Ryan O'Reilly's the same way.
Yeah, but they've been playing every other night for like 2 weeks, so he's not doing that right now.
But some guy, he'll stay on a little.
Well, that's
longer.
what I'm talking about.
Some
then you made my
guys
point.
will do it when they know the GM or the coaching. The GM's in the stands.
Well, if like Jason Robertson's out there and the fourth line guys aren't out there, then you got a problem.
But he is. And
I would never be off the ice before a fucking big dog.
And he's like a kid.
I know.
He's
and
still
a big
young.
dog.
I keep saying it, man. Dallas is going to regret not locking that guy up, and the goaltender Ottinger.
Yeah, no shit.
Although Dallas is in first place right now in the division, Winnipeg's up there. Come and see me in January. We'll see if these teams are still there. They very well may be. I don't even know. But I just, they obviously, have gotten off to a great start. But, McDavid right now leading the league in scoring, and you got Robertson right now, 1 point behind him as of Monday. So I know this is coming out tomorrow on Tuesday. So, it's like, listen, McDavid could win the Hart Trophy every year. I mean, you just give it to him. He's the best player in the game, and he
doesn't
leads
get hurt much.
He leads the league in scoring every year.
Doesn't get hurt.
No. So, you could just give it to him. But I feel like he's kind of falling in that category of like like Joel Quenneville or Phil Jackson in professional sports, where they're like great coaches. They win championships all the time, but they never get like the Jack Adams Trophy as Coach of the Year because everyone expects them to be good because they have great players. It's like everyone expects McDavid to be good. So it's like, will he win the Hart Trophy if his team isn't that good? Or do you give it to a guy who, is carrying a team that maybe you didn't expect to be good, and now all of a sudden finishes higher in the standings than you thought that they would heading into the season?
Give it to the young kid, man.
Yeah. And he's American too, by the way.
I don't care about that.
Well, I'm just saying.
I like.
If we ever have another international competition, best on
Austin
best.
Matthews is American.
USA is
got
gonna be damn good,
it's
man.
not like we're from like Mexico. Like, he's Mexican. Like, oh shit! Like fucking right. Like he's American. Good. You should be fucking good. You're American. You have every resource possible.
Matthews is a Mexican.
Yeah, he is.
He's part Mexican.
I know. Yeah, he's American.
I always wanted to go down to Mexico and do a hockey.
Go
school.
to the pharmacy.
Do a hockey school in Jamaica.
Yeah, that'd work
or
out.
something like that.
That'd work out great for you, Andy. You in a hockey school wouldn't work out in Canada, let alone Mexico.
Canada. Shit, there's too many of those.
No shit.
I could do it in Mexico. I got a better chance of doing it in Mexico.
We need to do one here, and you need me.
Hockey school?
Yeah.
The Cam Strick hockey school?
That'd be the coolest thing in
That'd
the
be
world.
hilarious. People were coming up to me at the rink yesterday.
That'd be the coolest thing in the
And
world.
listen, I love it when they come up and they say, hey, listen. And you never even met these people. One guy said, hey,
the
can you
best
come say
feeling.
hi to my daughter?
It's the best feeling in the world. Best when they do
Come,
that.
Come say hi to my daughter.
Hey, Cam, come on see my wife. She love you.
And they love the podcast,
Of course.
They feel like I know what it's like because I've been there where I listened to somebody for a long time.
Yeah.
Where I
And you're
watch
like, "What's
somebody
up?"
and you feel like you know them.
I know. Well, look how real we are on here.
And so people,
spilling my guts to you guys.
So the way they come up, it's like, oh, I must know this guy.
I know.
And I'm trying to think in my head, like, how do I know this individual, whatever. But it's not.
No, just know. You're popular now, Andy.
No, they
You're
just
a superstar.
No, they
now.
just know.
Learn how to be a
they
superstar.
They feel that
You'll be
connection
all right.
because
Andy's like 44 years old, and he's finally getting superstardom a little bit.
Superstardom.
Now you embrace it in a good way.
Hey,
don't be cocky.
one
I
thing-
hope you're not cocky.
Dude,
I need to come
so
evaluate
nice
you
to
once.
these
I'm just
people.
asking.
Although when
I'm just
my
asking.
kid is playing and stuff like that, it's
You got
like,
it. I know.
you got
That's
the
fine.
highs and lows
I'll
of
give you that,
dealing with
Andy.
that.
I will
It's
give you that every goddamn day of the week.
know.
If Ty's playing, don't fuck with me. My dad was like that.
Mm-hmm.
Like, no, I'm watching my goddamn kid. We'll talk about this shit. I'll have a beer with you afterwards, and we'll shoot the shit. I'll wait till Ty gets out of the locker room, and we'll talk about the pod or whatever. But you're watching your kid
Somebody
play.
pulled a prank on me though, and they were like, "Hey man, I don't know what happened, but apparently it's going around the rink that you were giving it to like a kid referee."
What do you mean? Oh, jeez. Oh my God, the referees are getting
And I
beaten.
was like, "What? I don't say shit to the. I certainly don't say shit to the
I
referees
hope
as like a teenager.
I hope you're not
Okay,
doing that.
I would never do
Are
that.
you? Because I could find out in 2 seconds.
No, so then he's like, I'm
Just
just
saying.
fucking with you. He
Oh,
was
okay,
kidding.
God.
But he had me going. But I would never do it. But you know what? You got to have your restraint. Because some of these kids are just like, I'm just a fit. Like, bro, I don't ask for much, but when the net's off, can you just put the net back on?
Yeah, or whatever.
Or maybe like skate.
Just don't do it in front of people.
Dude, I would never do it.
All right, I'm just saying.
It is what
I know you won't.
Yeah.
But I'll find out if you are. That's all.
You know what a pet peeve of mine is when the athletes are hurt and they try. It's like, you know that they starve for attention is when they're hurt and they're out of the limelight, which I'm sure can be very depressing.
It is very depressing, just so you know.
Like rehabbing injury and like being...
You're not part of anything.
You're not part of the team.
I know.
You feel very lonesome.
Yep.
So Evander Kane now is like, oh, should I start a podcast?
It's
it's like,
so goofy.
Dude, get healthy. Get Edmonton into the postseason, win a Stanley Cup, get to the final. I know you went to the conference final last year. You don't need to be doing a podcast right now.
Is he funny? Is he cool?
Be happy you're in the league.
Oh, shit.
You've reestablished yourself as a go-to player, as a dominating player in the NHL.
You know what I did?
Your reputation, people are starting to like you again.
Yeah, I know.
Just chill out. And Peelsy's like, I'll do one with you.
Of course you will, Peelsley. Jesus Christ. Peelsley will pay him. Listen, Evander.
You don't have to pay me. I'll pay you.
I'll pay you, Evander. Don't worry. I just want to be around you. So if I'm Evander Kane, though, instead of doing a podcast.
What if you're Kenny Holland?
I'd be like, go fuck yourself. If I'm Evander Kane, though, and when I got hurt in Jersey, I'm like, I want to keep the fan base going. Like, they were so good to me, man. So I just went around and I signed autographs everywhere for free. I go, hey, set me up at that rink at Fort Wayne.
Oh, really?
Yes. I go to fucking
Fort Wayne.
Wayne, New Jersey. I'd go all up and down all the East Coast and do autograph sessions for 6 months straight for free, just to keep in contact with the fans. And they were so cool. And right when I got back, they were all there still. Like, they all remember you. Line up out the walls. Do that. You're going to start what are you going to talk about? You're going to talk about money, Evander? You're going to talk about your team? What the fuck?
Relationship advice.
Are you going to talk about relationship advice and your ex-girlfriends? Are you going to talk about politics? What?
You're talking about raising kids?
The fuck are you going to talk about? What are you going to talk about?
I don't know. Maybe he's funny. Maybe he's entertaining.
I don't think he's that funny.
But don't ask if you should start a podcast. What do you want everyone to say? Yes,
I say
Evander, please start one.
Yeah, I hate when people are like, I'm going to do a podcast. Because everybody else is going to. Like, no, it takes a fucking lot of work. It takes money. It takes a lot of time. And you're playing, you have to get, you're rehabbing your injury. Like, focus on that. You know how hard it is to do a podcast? Like, this ain't easy. Like, this takes a lot of shit.
Well, takes a lot especially of shit. When Edmonton is just kind of like, I don't even know who they are.
The fuck are you doing?
Anyway.
I don't know.
They had the big comeback against the Rangers, but
hey, do a podcast and talk about Ukraine. Let's break that down for us. Talk about the climate change.
Just play hockey.
Go play hockey and then figure it out.
A lot of the NBA players do podcasts though while they play, and
NBA's different, dude.
It is.
Different. You mean the how about LeBron getting bashed by fucking Jalen Ramsey on the that's so
did
funny.
he?
Yeah.
Why? They play.
Because LeBron lies about everything, man, and he's like, I read that book.
I know.
I like this music.
I watched that
I
movie.
Like this. And I like that music. He's literally reading Malcolm X, and they go, give me your favorite quote from there. He's reading it like upside down. He has no idea what the fuck.
I don't know. I haven't gotten to that.
I haven't got. No, I read it twice. You're lying.
He's like, I like all the quotes.
You're lying. Yeah, sure you do. And then Jalen Ramsey goes on his little fucking, platform where they always like, and Jalen Ramsey's like, yo, Bronny, man, I heard you've been what they call it. I heard you've been capping a little bit. Everybody's like, oh snap, what's up?
He's been what?
He's been capping a little bit.
Capping?
Lying.
Oh shit.
Fucking lying, motherfucker. Jalen Ramsey, who looks cool as shit, man. Like the coolest looking dude.
Jalen's cool.
He's cool, man.
He's loud.
But he played it cool in this scenario.
Okay.
So, and like LeBron's always acting, that's the king, man. That's the king. Yeah, I'm the king, dude. And then Jalen's like, I don't know, homeboy. All the boys say you've been capping.
Because he's like, man, I've been listening to that music before they were even big.
Yeah,
and they're like, oh yeah, what's your favorite song? He's like,
man, I don't know, man.
All of them.
He's such a nerd.
LeBron.
I like that Jalen though.
Hey,
call his ass out.
All y'all kids out there, man, just know this. LeBron, in terms of comparing to MJ, like it's not even close, dude.
MJ's a dick too, though.
Yeah, but he's cool.
He's cool.
But he was cool.
But MJ dresses like a fucking. Listen, I was talking to my buddy, who's Matty White. Black, awesome dude. And my business partners, radio guys, love him to death. And
He's
I said,
business partner.
Yeah, we've done shit together. Anyway, whatever, Andy. Jesus, settle down. So anyway, I said that to him, and I'm not a big whatever. I go, fucking Jordan was cooler than LeBron. And he goes, you sure about that? I go, what do you mean? He goes, look at fucking Jordan.
Oh, dude.
He goes, look at the way he dresses. He dresses like he's from fucking 2002 still. And I'm like, yeah, I guess you're right on that. And he said a couple other things that stuck with me. And I'm like, yeah. But I'm like, LeBron lies. And he acts like he's
don't even compare the two.
I agree with you. And I go, LeBron's like virtue signals. Like Jordan didn't give a fuck. He smokes cigars and he gambles your fucking money away. And he does that's like LeBron does Taco Fuck Tuesdays and yells about everything. You know, it's like, no, Jordan's cooler than him. But LeBron like has a cooler style than Jordan. Jordan dresses like he's from 2003 still. Anyway.
Maybe, I don't know.
I don't know. Maybe that was
like he wears Jordans, you know.
Those are fucking dope, and he's making a lot of money.
I mean,
where are the LeBron shoes at?
I don't even know.
But he's a billionaire, man. You can't.
LeBron is a
shirk that.
billionaire.
He's a billionaire.
And, you know, he seems to have, listen, he does some good things with the schools and shit like that.
Yeah, but you should. But listen, Andy, with that, look, we all did shit like that. Like, then the bigger you get, the easier it is to do things like that.
See, the media
I'm just saying.
can be fooled. Like, I'll throw something out there. I remember I was told something by, like, the Montreal Canadiens.
Yeah.
Now, I may be wrong about this, so I don't want anyone suing me or, you know, accusing me of anything. So I'm just telling you what I was told by somebody that, you know, when it came out about, you know, Malcolm, or not Malcolm, but PK Subban, you know, donating millions of dollars to the Children's Hospital in Montreal, that it really wasn't coming out of his pocket.
Oh, really?
Like he wasn't like writing checks. So that's what I was told. If I'm wrong, I apologize.
Wait, did he say he raised the money?
Well, said he was donating like whatever, several $1 million.
Because
to this
donating
hospital.
and raising is a different story.
No, donating. Like it made it sound like he was like writing checks and
it wasn't
making it possible for this hospital to even like whatever.
Yeah.
That he was so.
But if he raised money, he raised money.
I'm watching this feature, and maybe I'm wrong about this, but it was like some Michigan football player from University of Michigan. This is why NIL money is big, because look how he's using his money. He's donating turkeys to the homeless. It's like, dude, he didn't pay for those turkeys, man. Somebody gave him the turkees.
No shit, Andy.
And he's taking it to neighborhoods, and he's giving out turkeys.
We all
These
do
dudes
that.
have no money. He just started getting paid, right? He hasn't made it to the NFL.
He probably didn't get a check yet.
Okay, so you think he's using, you know, what if he's getting paid a couple $100,000 or maybe $500, whatever he's making, that he's just using all his money right now to like give back to the community? And I don't expect him to, dude. He's a college kid.
He just made money.
He's a college
keep that
kid.
fucking money.
Keep that money.
I agree.
But so somebody's giving him the turkeys
because it's an easy story.
Yeah,
Andy. That's why, like I know I'm wrong on things, man, and I know I get corrected, I guess. But like, it's the media, like you gotta understand how they think, and it's so obvious. They don't care about the truth. They care about the story. Like that's a better story that he paid for those turkeys. It's a better story.
Look how he's using his NIL money.
No, they asked him, hey, the team's like, hey, Cam, there's a thing of the turkeys. Can you hand them out at North County? Yeah, I'll be there. What time? 1 to 3. Okay, dress, how do I dress? Well, dress whatever.
Right.
Like, okay, I'll be there.
Right.
Look at Cam's doing.
And the cameras are all
The cameras on. Hi, I'm Santa Claus. Take this. I bought all these. No, I didn't. I came here and I'm getting paid $5,000.
Now, Marshawn Lynch, he's handing out turkeys at like the intersection.
Okay.
To cars. Maybe he did buy those. I don't know.
He might have, but he's got a shit ton of money.
Yeah.
The guy just doesn't even get paid yet. He's got
he got his NIL money.
It's not even that much.
He still hasn't. He hadn't bought the mama the house yet.
No shit.
Or a car.
Trust me. There's a lot of his buddies that are like, oh, where's that money?
And I get that these kids make a lot of money, man. These big time blue chip football players in basketball, before they even get to the pros, man. You know, they got people kissing their ass left and right. But this idea that he's spending all his money.
Yeah.
That he's,
and some guys do.
You know, and maybe he is. But
some guys do.
I'm just saying.
But just remember the media and how they think. Their first thought process is always, how is this best for me? Not the real truth. And you just got to go in thinking that way. And some people are better than others at it. And sometimes it is the truth. And sometimes it's fucking not. But you always go in like, And then you're like, no, that's right. Yeah. Or you're like, that's weird. So just always going it kind of curious, like, no,
I'm with you.
But
Hey,
always be open-minded, too.
a couple things, and we're going to get to Mathieu Schneider here coming up, by the way. Matthew with a U, by the way. I-E-U, Matthew.
I'm Matthew.
From New York, man. That's a badass name. If his name was spelled to the traditional way, he probably doesn't make it, honestly.
Yeah, I know. You're right, man. Well, if my name was,
Cameron?
Dean Smith.
Yeah, you may not.
Cam Jansen's a goddamn hockey name.
It's
like one of the best hockey names.
It's a little girl children's book, is what it is.
It is a cute little redhead girl. 1S though.
Did you see the video of Bruce Boudreau, I guess, telling his players to give stick taps to do?
Yeah,
is that a big deal? Like, did they even know the penalty was up?
Yeah,
and that he was coming out of the box?
Yeah.
Are we making too big a deal out of it?
Making it too big a deal of it.
Okay.
There's some time.
To me, I didn't. Okay, I watched the video. I'm like,
and you know what? The fight price sucked anyway.
Can I just say this?
The fight price sucked anyway.
Nothing against all my friends there in BC. I love BC,
of course.
But
La BC bud, baby.
I'm so sick of hearing about the Canucks.
I know they're boring.
They're boring. They're terrible. There's drama. It's like, can we just not hear about the Vancouver Canucks the rest of the year? Like, let's just have like 31 teams in the league. Okay, and let's just not talk about the Vancouver Canucks. They're not interesting.
They're not.
They lose a bunch of games, and everyone. I just feel like for a team that's not very good, they're just constantly being talked about. I get they play in Canada, but they're just not interesting enough.
Well, can I say?
Good enough
Can I touch up on the? Okay, so anytime I got into a fight, I'm not gonna lie to you, the boys were up. Well, my fights are 2.5 minutes. Like, you remember it,
right?
With some of these, like 2 punches down, and like the play goes on for 5 to 10 minutes. You're sitting in the box, like the guys have other things to worry about.
Exactly.
So I think Bruce Butcher's like, hey, guys, remember that guy they wrestled down 15 minutes ago? But he tried to stick up for our teammate, but he just wrestled the guy down, and it was really boring. But we're going to still get up and tap him. The guy's like, oh, okay, boom, boom, boom.
There are 500.
So you know what? I don't mind that because the fight was probably terrible.
Right.
It did nothing. He probably got a fucking extra minor for it because he jumped a guy because somebody hit somebody. So the guys didn't give a fuck, and they're worrying about playing hockey. And then Bruce is like, hey, guys, remember he threw the guy down or they both fell? Go ahead and tap him.
I'm just telling you, this could happen with like 25 other teams in the league, and it would be a non-story.
No, I know, but
I'm just so sick of hearing the Canucks. Listen, they've been playing better as of late. They're almost to 500, which is impressive when you consider how bad they were to start the season. But I just don't. We talk about the Vancouver Canucks way too much right now.
I don't care about them. I love the people, and I love that area of Canada.
Yes,
no doubt about it.
Yes, we
but
do.
I will give an example, like the Tampa Bay Lightning, man. Like, if somebody touches anybody on that team, they're dropping the goddamn... The whole team does. And Cooper's like, fuck it, hey! And then Patty's bullying everybody around, and, like, Barbie fucking had a fight. And, like, it's just like, Tampa's like, no, man. Like, don't fucking touch
How about Jamie Benn, though, by the way, who he's a bully, and he bullies guys around, and then he gets dropped by Josh Manson.
Funny how that works.
So explain that, because, like, he kind of, like, he bullies guys. He literally is a bully, but he bullies kids... or players that really aren't going to defend or protect themselves, man.
You're right, Andy. So he did this the other night. You're good call on this. So Jamie Benn's been doing this for a while. He sat on Petro. The league's getting weaker.
Matthew Tkachuk,
if there's some fucking shit kickers in the league.
Zach Hyman.
He ain't fighting the shit kickers. And I love Jamie Benn a lot. He's one of my favorite dudes.
100%.
We got to get his motherfucking
having
ass.
a great season.
Get his goddamn ass on this podcast too.
Yeah.
By the way, maybe after the season, but we're getting that good looking, beautiful hair motherfucker on here. But the other day. There was a fight going on, and Jamie's sitting there, and he's like toying with a guy that's not supposed to.
Zach Hyman,
Hyman, who's just like whatever, like,
Edmonton.
and he's like punching him in the back of the head, like
putting
fucking
his arm around,
then like snacking the stick out of the way, like I'm showing off that I'm tougher than you. Right. I'm gonna bully you. That's bullying, and bullying is still accepted in hockey, man. Believe it or not. And you guys are like, oh, bullying. No, it's still there. So he does that, and remember we talked about it. I'm like, man, you keep doing that shit to guys that you could beat up. Somebody's going to get you because there's still shit kickers in this league. So he goes and Manson motherfucks somebody up with a hit. Clean hit. Sit the fuck down kind of hit. And then Jamie Benn's like, let's go. And Manson's like, all right.
Squares off very cocky.
Cocky too. Like, you better find something better than that. You better get your grip because you didn't get your grip. And Manson threw bombs and missed him with a bomb that would have fucked him up bad. And he didn't. He finally caught him and buckled him, dude, and stood over him like, get the fuck out of here. And sometimes, man, you got to reevaluate how you do your shit. Because you're bullying, he's like...
And he hit him a couple times. It wasn't like
he caught him.
He did catch him and buckled him, yeah.
You could tell because your knees dropped, dude. I know it, man. Like, he fucking buckled. And that's going to set him back. And sometimes you got to realize, man, like, go play hard, go hit guys. But when you do the bully tactics after whistle to a guy that's not going to fight you, when somebody, and then, like, karma gets you, homie. It always does. When I pulled that bullshit, I'd get fucking caught by McGrattan or something, or Colton Orr.
Well,
I'm just telling you,
let me ask you this.
It happens, homie.
So he can do that on the ice because you look at the other team, you look on the bench, who's going to do something?
I know.
Like, is he doing that back in the day when you had, like, tough guys? And if there's tough guys in the, like, if there's, like, a McIntyre, a McGrattan, Colton Orr. It's like I saw Draisaitl knock the puck out of Jacob Trouba's hand, or knock the stick out of Trouba's hands the other day. You know, and Reaver's not there anymore, right? I mean, so is he doing that if Reaver is still there? Maybe he's
on the ice. Yeah, but not going to stick. But when you deliver,
it was after a goal, he was skating back to the bench.
Well,
and as he was skating back to the bench, he just knocked the stick out of Trouba's hand.
But just like with Jamie Benton, like, you don't need to do that. That's not like, you're not winning the game more if you bully that guy at that particular moment. The best way to do it is if Jamie Benton just go hit guys and stand in front of that. Like, what are you gonna do? That's how you do it. Like, get out of my fucking way. I'm gonna hit you. I'm gonna bully myself to the net. I'm gonna bully my way in front of
It's
them.
easy for a guy like Jamie Benn to be like that in this era of hockey. Because
I know.
There's no.
But then you do
no
that,
repercussions.
and like it doesn't. But that doesn't like help you win that game necessarily.
Right.
And then you go, and then hockey karma, man, it always comes back around and gets you. And you fight that big old Joshy Manson, whose daddy's got that fucking blood in him, and he catches you. And you know what, Jamie? You might be fucking hurt after that one.
Yeah.
It might catch you in 2 weeks where you're going to be spinning, you know? You can't get caught like that, dude. Especially all the fucking knocks that you've taken, and you let Josh Manson fucking crush you like that.
Yeah, I'm with you, man. I just looked a little.
Just remember what you're doing.
I just
sometimes.
don't. Sometimes it's a little bit too much.
I agree.
And I like Jamie Benn, but
So
just,
do I.
you know, settle down just a
I
little
know,
bit.
because you're going to get caught.
All right, let's get to the interview with Mathieu Schneider, as always brought to you by Hair Club Cam and hairclub.com. You know that, baby.
Yeah, I do. Damn right.
You know it way too well, as a matter of fact.
I know. That's why I don't like doing anything where I have to, like, put gel in my hair. Although the front part looks great. I just got to get the back part done now from Hair Club.
All right, 800-279-7878. That is the number to Hair Club, Cam.
Yeah.
800-279-7878.
Easy peasy. Go get it done. It's easier whenever you start early.
1,200 locations in North America.
Yep.
So there's one near you that's guaranteed. Restore, replace, and regrow that hair, and do it with Hair Club, and do it today. Yeah. First Form, baby.
Oh, man.
They've got the Black Friday specials that I think are still going on. They may be over, but they've got Cyber Monday specials
right
going on now, too.
Yep. We just posted something.
We did. So you can check that out and see some of the latest deals. And stocking stuffers galore, by the way. I mean, they've got more stuff for Christmas. I don't know if Nick First Form will, like, come to your house and jump out of a box or something like that.
Hopefully you're home.
Put him in and put him in a present, and they just, like, hop out of a box.
Hey, honey, Nick's coming over. I'm out of town, but just tell him I said hi. Yeah. We're like, oh.
Like, Nick is here.
Nick's here. Honey, why don't you look like Nick?
No, you take this. Well, that should be their slogan. Keep taking this, and you
look like
might
Nick.
Look like
Yeah.
Nick.
Man, I tell you what, I just take that protein in the morning, man. It makes me feel god dang good. And it makes me want to work out. And then your veins pop out. I love it. I love all their stuff. I got their clothes on right now. Brody's got their clothes on. They got good stuff. Everything's good. Even like people like texting me from all over the place. Like, dude, you got we do the same shit. All my bodybuilder buddies from Jersey and all that, man, they love it. They love all their stuff. It's like I don't know. It's like a team. Like, you get on with the team. Like, they'll take care of you. They'll call you. They'll talk to you. How you doing? How's your weight loss? Like, it's nice. You're not by yourself. You know what I mean? It's hard to work out by yourself and just, like, take things. Like, they'll explain everything to you more than any other supplement company.
Well, it's very easy, and they've got great products. They've got great apparel. So listen, they got something for everybody. And the apparel, by the way, is like great quality. Yeah, like great quality. The workout shit. I got my wife Christmas, some of those like tank top type stuff to work out.
It's great Christmas stuff too.
Like that. Yep. It is. You know,
They got good
and she's
stuff.
used to wearing all that Lululemon and all that, man. I'm
It's the
telling
same
you,
thing.
the quality is just as good, if not better. But the protein, there is no competition.
Lulu
for
doesn't
that.
have any protein. I'll tell you that right now.
No, the protein, all that stuff, the meat sticks, the veggies, the greens, man, the lifestyle,
Vitamins,
the vitamins,
fish oil.
nothing
beef sticks.
will compare to First Form. But you have to use our link when you order.
Please, guys, that helps us out.
Firstform.com/Cam and Strick. Firstform.com/Cam and Strick. And when I see your order, send it to me. I will send you my mashed potatoes recipe. Secret recipe. If I see that you ordered using our link, then I will send that to you. Maybe I'll have them like write it out for me. They can They can put it in the box when you, cause you know you get that handwritten note. Maybe
Andy's gonna cook you a good steak too.
Maybe it'll come with my ingredients.
Yeah,
my recipe. I made two different kinds. One of them I took to Thanksgiving dinner to my mom's house, and the other one I kept at home. The one I kept at home, Cam, I put a little like shredded cheese in there.
I mean, that's normal.
Which,
man.
no, I don't normally put that in there. Not in mine.
Yeah, I bet. I bet
So
it's the most
I made
boring
a couple
thing in the
different
world.
kinds. Yeah. So, but I
Does
have.
that mean if I say that? Can I chirp your your food stuff? Is that mean for
if
me to
you
do?
want to, I don't know.
Well, I just don't want your family getting mad at me.
Well, they don't. They just. I don't know. They're just kind of like.
Well, like you're bragging about so many things. I gotta settle your ass down.
Yeah.
So if they think I'm mean to you, it's like you brag about like this like normal things
I
where
don't
like
know.
everybody
know.
normal.
What do you- I don't
like
know about that.
your mashed potatoes. Like, would you buy it? You buy it. You got Betty Crocker where you just put it in a thing and you stir it and you're like, this is like made from scratch.
Didn't you see that? How I was using that hand mixer?
No.
Oh, you saw the video? I got a whole video about it too.
I'm just gonna be nice to you from now on, Andy.
Yeah, no, I'm
done being mean.
I was using
not gonna do it
a
anymore.
hand mixer there. I put it on Instagram. I don't know if any of you guys saw it out there, but no, there are some secret
delicious.
ingredients that I have, and that's what makes
Andy's
them
the best at
so
everything.
good.
It's unbelievable, probably. You know, have him cook you a steak and brisket, all kinds
Dude,
of.
I'll
He
make
could
you
do
a
barbecue.
steak. I'll make you a steak.
He's never eaten it, but man, he knows how to cook a good steak. He's never had one, but boy, oh boy, he'll cook you a good one. He'll cook you a good one. I'm gonna be nice to you from now on.
Well, just
I don't want your family mad at me.
just the women family.
Oh, really? Why would you let? So they're listening. And they're like, Cam's mean to you.
My sister-in-law didn't like.
Oh, my bad.
Yeah.
I won't do it anymore.
You know, she's not like a big hockey fan. Like she's not from St. Louis. She doesn't even know. So she just kind of like.
Does she think that you're cool? Like when you're setting me up to be a dick? No,
She doesn't know.
Oh, she doesn't understand. When you're like, oh,
No.
I know how to cook every. Like, what? Like, no, you don't.
Yeah.
And then she's like, well, Cam's mean. Like, okay. I was the best cornerback in Parkway South. And I chirp you, and she's like, Cam's a dick.
Cam,
well, what do you mean?
Tell him about the football picture I sent you.
I mean,
What did you say? What did you say to me?
You look like you wouldn't play.
No. What did you say when you saw?
You look kind of handsome.
Okay, you said I looked actually mean and like tough.
And
No, you said it.
Listen,
You said it.
No, I was just trying to be nice because I don't want to be a dick to you anymore because your family's mad at me, I guess. But, you know, you send me a picture of you like in the front row where all the little guys are, and you're sitting there, and I'm like, oh, cute. You look cute. But, like, if I'm playing you as a football, I'm like, I'm going to fucking truck
I
your
would have
ass.
fucked you up.
Oh, God. See, that's how
Even
can you
back-
expect me to be nice to him when he says stuff like
Cam,
that?
even back in football, like I just like the switch.
Are
with
you a
this-
better athlete than me?
Probably. Like
See what I mean?
All around athlete. Yes.
Man, send
all around athlete.
What are you better at?
Basketball, football.
No. Are you faster than me?
Yes.
Can you jump higher?
Yes.
Are you stronger?
No.
What else are you more than me?
More athletic.
Yeah.
My agility, my footwork, my foot speed, my hand-eye coordination.
And his family's mad that I get mad. Like,
I'm
what
not
the
a-
hell? Brody,
I'm
what am I
not a
supposed Brody,
better
Brody,
fighter.
what am I supposed to do here? Like, seriously.
I'm not a better fighter than you. That's about the only thing you're
Fighter? Like, that's athleticism. Fighting guys that are 6'8" for
fine.
2.5 minutes is
But, like,
athleticism.
I'd play you in one-on-one basketball, dude. I'd probably beat
play basketball.
Well, there you go.
Want to race?
You couldn't cover
You want
me.
to jump high?
You couldn't-
You want to do anything in any? When was the last time you did any agility? Fucking edit that. Actually,
don't
don't
edit
edit
that.
that. I don't give a fuck. Go me in any sort of pre-workout, pre-camp, any exercises that we do.
Yeah.
Say what the Blues do. Let's do every single one of those, so from bench press to squats to everything. No.
That's
from
gym
speed,
shit.
no, from shuttle runs to sprints to everything, and see how much better you are than any.
No,
you think you're better than me as an athlete as a whole.
You'd crush
And
me
now your
in the
family
gym.
thinks I'm an asshole when I make fun of you. Like, are you crazy?
Laurie stuck up for you.
Did she?
Yeah.
Aw.
Because they don't know. It's like, think about
Well,
if they
what'd
only
she
listened.
say?
Like,
Now I'm like rattled.
Think
like,
about if they listened like once or twice. They don't know the whole
you set me
dynamic
up,
of
man.
the show.
You set me up.
It just was brought up at the dinner table.
You're like, I could wrestle a bear. Like, well, no, you can't. Guys were so scared of me in Parkway South when I was like, what?
We talked about bear
No, they
hunting
weren't.
today. I was talking to Tom Stillman about that, bear hunting. I'm like, and he doesn't bear hunt, but other people do north of Winnipeg in Manitoba. You can go bear hunting up there.
Yeah.
Like to me, a good day of bear hunting would be like if you don't see a bear. Like I mean, like that would be a good. I don't need to have an encounter with a bear.
Man, I don't want to kill a bear, man. I told you that.
Oh, I'd kill the shit out of a bear. I almost killed one in Tahoe when
See, that's what I'm talking about.
When it was approaching
like
me.
That stuff like that. Like there's no way you.
When I left my family,
you don't know how to kill anything.
When I
dude.
left my family, dude, I was
know,
like a bear,
like,
guys.
Like now your sister-in-law is like chirping me because like you talk about wrestling bears and like how you can't survive anywhere.
Wrestling.
Like, I don't get it. You know, I'm gonna be the nicest guy ever from now on.
The rest of the time, be the nice guy. No, I want nice Cam.
If that's what she wants, I'm gonna be the nicest guy ever. You're right. Okay. And you're a better athlete than me. Well, you're more successful in athleticism too.
In the gym, I don't know if I would beat you in the gym.
You want to race right now?
Okay, but if you had to cover me one-on-one in football,
Andy, I'm faster than
if
you.
I had to cover you,
You think you're faster than me?
you. Well, maybe not at this stage of my life.
I'm 250 pounds.
Well, I probably am.
I drink 40 beer a day. Get out of here.
Then I probably am.
I bet you're not. You want to bet money on it right? You want to bet $2,000 on it right now? And we can film it and we'll put it on fucking Cam Strick. You want to do it right now? You want to bet $2,000?
I got.
You want to play? No. Do you want to go a 40-yard dash? 40. I'll give you a 40, not even 100. I'll give you a 40-yard dash. You want to go right now for $2,000? You want to do it? And we'll film it. Brody will film it. You want to do it?
Maybe I'll think about it.
Get out of here.
I'll think about it.
What else? Go ahead. Keep going.
First Farm is what else?
Man, oh man.
Greens
what am I supposed to do, dude?
The greens and the fruits.
Oh, God.
She just did not like the way you talk.
That. Now I'm pissed. Like I'm kind of pissed. Like I don't want to piss people off. Like I don't. But I got to be real on here.
Well, she's not the only one that thinks that.
I mean, why are we good then? Should I be nicey poo?
Well, let me hear it.
Is that not working?
Let me hear a little
Keep
bit
talking.
of it. No, let me hear it.
I got it.
Let me hear a little bit of it.
Go ahead.
Let me hear some.
No, you have to talk first.
Let me hear some like nicey Cam.
Go ahead, Andy. What else do you want to talk about?
Well, First Form, again, firstform.com/Cam and Strick. Get there and get there today.
Hey,
CarShield and carshield.com. We love our friends over there at CarShield. Nick Hamilton, Steve, the whole crew.
All crew, man. We love them.
All of them. 800-857-2481. Get that protection today. You never know when something's going to go down.
No, I know.
And the best part is, when something does go down, you get to pick your mechanic and where you have it serviced.
And you know what? Here's another thing. Andy knows so much about cars and he could change his own oil and stuff. So he might not need CarShield because he knows all about that kind of stuff. He knows about automotive.
No, I still need
he
it.
Does. He knows.
Even if you know.
He could take the transmission apart, take it apart, put it back together, put it back in your fucking car, and you'll be good to go in 2 seconds. Andy is awesome with that stuff. But if you're ignorant on the whole thing like I am, then you need CarShield.
Right.
But Andy knows.
But
Andy knows.
Even if Andy knows, he still needs CarShield. That's the thing.
You're right.
Even if you know, you still need CarShield.
You're right.
So again, what could go down, Cam?
I mean, anything. Your starter. Although you know how to fix that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I still would use CarShield.
You would. Just to, support.
Your computer.
You're a fucking tech guy.
And, well, that's
you are
true.
a big time tech guy.
True.
That's Brody. He doesn't
true.
ask you for anything, does he, Brody?
What about like if your alternator goes
Alternator too, but you just know.
Brakes.
You know. Nothing happens to Andy's car because he knows in advance when it goes down. He could smell it. You know.
So CarShield and carshield.com. Get there and get there today. Hey, Spark Skate Sharpener, man. A lot of people are reaching out and they're asking all. And listen, they still have their Black Friday special. I think that may have expired, Brody. Right? The promo code. They have a Cyber Monday.
Okay.
Just use that promo code Cam and Strick. It was Cam and Strick 100 for. Try to use it.
Yeah. It helps us, guys.
You can use Cam and Strick or Cam and Strick 100, whatever you want to try to use. See if that 100 will still work, but Cam and Strick for sure. Hey, get the skate sharpener for your house, man. People are coming up to me at the rink, too, and be like, oh, my God, it's a game changer. It's changed my life.
And I'll tell you this right now, all you out there. Andy could have the worst skates in the world. He can go and get those Milex skates. He can get the fucking skates from the rinks that are brown with no edge on them.
With the red
patch on it. He doesn't need that because Andy's a natural athlete. He doesn't need fucking edges. He could still fucking turn on a dime. But for the rest of the folk that are normal like us, we do need that. So fucking get that skate
Yeah, but
sharpener.
I need it too.
Yeah, but you're really good at stuff,
I know,
Andy.
I
mean,
know,
you're an unbelievable athlete.
I know.
And sometimes sometimes it's more fair when your skates are fucked up.
To keep the playing field a little more level. Hey, man, that's Sparks with an X.
Yeah.
Get it and get it today. And the best part is they got plenty of inventory in right now. So basically, if you order it, they'll be able to send it out right away to you.
Yeah, but
They are amazing.
they are great. They're great. Andy doesn't need it, but 99.999%
Sparks,
of people do.
Sparx, Sparks.com, man. They've changed the entire landscape of skate sharpening.
Yeah.
Almost the entire league uses a Sparks skate sharpener in the league.
Yeah.
And I use it too.
Yeah, well, they need it.
I know.
We're just not all like you, Andy. You separate yourself from everybody. So it's hard for Andy to really compare himself to the normal folk, but he doesn't need it, but we all do.
Is this
Sparks.
nicey, Cam?
It's nicey, Cam. Okay,
Nicey,
you're
Cam,
a really good athlete.
you're being condescending, though,
No, I'm not.
so that's not nice.
How dare you say that? This is all coming from you, brother.
That's not
You're the
nice.
one that says it.
That's not being nice. She's not. She's like hating you more now, probably.
Well, I don't. Oh God, I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do.
If you had a golfer that you knew in your life,
there's another.
what would you buy them for Christmas?
Well, because I'd go to goddamn Waggle Golf and hook them up, And I wear it. I even wear it when I'm not golfing.
You're wearing the hat right now.
I'm wearing the hat right now. I love. I need more stuff. I need to mix and match more stuff.
Email Travis
because I'm not as good as you at golf.
Right.
I'm not an athlete.
Well, nobody is, Cam.
Nobody is. And so Andy hits it 400 down the pipe. He could wear a
Now that's a little bit of a stretch.
It's 375.
Cam.
It's three. Sorry,
I appreciate that.
it's
but you're
375.
stretching.
Okay, it's 375. But Andy could wear a goddamn poncho. It doesn't matter.
No.
He's just really good.
But
He's
if
good
it
at
says,
everything.
But if it says Waggle on it.
But if it's good for the brand, and we're helping them. So anytime Andy wears it, it just goes so far.
Do you get your Waggle on?
I do get my Waggle on. I do.
Good.
I feel better when I got Waggle on there.
Hey,
I don't golf as good as you.
Get your Waggle on
pretty
too.
good.
Hey, hook up the winter hats, the quarter zips, the hoodies, all of that for the winter. And obviously, when we get back into the spring and summer, we'll talk about the summer stuff they have too. But right now, man, hook up that winter stuff that they have going on. I love it, man. Travis is the best. Out of Minnesota, you called him a cake eater. I didn't like that.
I was joking. He's from Minnesota.
Understand the joke.
Well, it's just it's from goddamn Mighty Ducks, brother.
Yeah, I know.
I know you're probably too cool for that because you were in a high level at that point when that came out.
High level.
Was that like 92 when that came out?
I was on the live tour.
Brody, was he playing? He was playing juniors then, wasn't he? Was he playing the O?
Hey,
so you didn't care
I was
too much.
already
But
on-
I did. I was into it.
I was already on the live tour by then.
Were you? Yeah, the live and the O. He was dominating the O.
I was dominating the live tour. Hey, LeBron would say, I was on the live tour before you guys even heard of it.
No doubt. He was, man. He would support Saudi Arabia.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I love that movie.
Well, get your Waggle on, Cam.
I do.
Okay.
It's not as good as you.
Oh, is that right?
No. Who is?
I don't know. Bellman, probably.
Bellman's pretty good. So.
Danny boy.
Hey, Danny, what up, man?
What about Dale?
Hi, Dale. Dale, the heck's going on for Thanksgiving, Dale? Dale, what's up, buddy?
What about Kenny?
Kenny, what's up, homie? God dang, Kenny.
Used to be my homie. Used to be my ace.
Yeah, he's a rapper, too, just so we all know.
Have you played any of the new stuff?
What new stuff? Your new stuff?
Yeah.
Oh, you got a hit coming out, don't you?
Well, yeah, there's a hit.
See, he does everything. I can't keep up with it. It's unbelievable, this guy. Man, I apologize to your sister-in-law.
Bellman.
God damn.
And Bellman.com.
I didn't know how good you were at everything.
Listen to this, man. They're in Troy, Missouri, Cam.
Yeah.
Troy, you know where Troy is?
Yeah, I do.
I'll take you there.
It's up 40, man. Yeah. Easy to get to. It's a beautiful
very
area.
easy to get to.
Really,
it's actually
I
super
live up
nice.
there. It's not. It's
I
a
know
cool
you
little
would.
town. Little Troy, Missouri.
They got the Buick GMC on one side of the street.
I like them Buicks.
I know you do. Do you have one in mind, like an Enclave?
No, but I got that Grand Wagoneer.
I know you. Well, that's at the other side of the street. The Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram.
Guys, I got this Grand Wagoneer. It's ungosh dang believable. It saved my life already one time.
Oh, did it?
Yeah, man.
It saved your life.
I was going down Manchester at like 5 o'clock in
You
the
haven't
morning.
told me this.
Yeah, I was going to work at 5 o'clock in the morning on Manchester, dark as shit, old Manchester, way out yonder where I live. And some dipshit kids took up a stop sign. They beat it all up and they put it in the middle of the road. And I was going pretty fast and I fucking swerved and I missed that thing by an inch.
Oh my
That thing would
God.
have got caught up in everything because they cut it up to where it like would have stuck up in my fucking grill. It would have been a disaster. And I swerved out of the way so fast with that big old truck, and it was the most satisfying thing ever, missing that thing. And if it was my truck from 2014, I would have ran that fucking thing right over, man. The Grand Wagoneer, badass.
They also have over 110 used vehicles, from affordable starter cars, Cam, high mile per gallon economy cars, as well as all the way up to luxurious SUVs.
They got it all, man. No
Instead of buying, are you looking to sell a car for cash? Bellman will buy it and give it to you for top dollar.
Damn right.
That's amazing.
Yeah, that's what they do.
Hey, Cam, don't worry about your credit.
Thank you.
Bellman guarantees.
See, Andy's got the best credit. I got my credit score is 330. Andy's is 950.
We'll cut the baby in half.
Boy's perfect.
Okay? Anyway, Bellman.com, man. Check it out. Check it out today. All right, Mathieu Schneider, man. He is could be the next executive director of the NHLPA. Plus, he played over 1,200 games. Was a great offensive defenseman who could also defend. And he was part of the greatest, most coolest team in the history of hockey, the 1996 USA World Cup team.
Yeah, I was going to say, where are you going with that?
Am I right?
Yeah, I'd say you're up there with that.
Is that the coolest team ever?
Yeah, there's some badass Stanley Cup teams. Like the 99 Dallas team, I'd say is up there because of Pantera and shit. And they partied hardcore.
They did.
And that 96 team was cool as shit. And I get you on that. But he missed 2 Stanley Cups too, man.
He did.
The Anaheim and 2002.
I know.
He had a Marion
they were
like
bookend seasons, but he was part of some great teams that won President's Trophies and stuff like that. Sometimes, hey, that's the curse, the President's Trophy. Hey, Cam, can you do it in a very nice way? Send us to the interview, can you?
Hey, we got Mathieu Schneider coming right up. Thank you very much. We love all y'all. I love Andy. He's perfect. Fuck me.
The Cam Strick podcast is brought to you by CarShield. You know, nothing more frustrating, Cam, than when that engine light comes on and you know right off the bat you're going to have to spend thousands of dollars to repair your vehicle. Call 800-857-2481. Mention the promo code CAM or visit carshield.com and use the code CAM to save 10%. Yeah. That's carshield.com. A deductible may apply. Save yourself money. Sign up and get your coverage now with carshield.com. Now to the interview.
Hello?
Mathieu. With a U.
Hello.
Mathieu.
What's going on, man?
Not too much. Just got every day. You know, it's just everything just starts to build up. Scheduling now, it used to be able to plan a lot better, but days just get filled up, especially getting into the holidays and crunch time.
Like, what do you mean by that? Like, this, like extra work? Like what?
Yeah, I mean, the thing is, you're accessible all the time. Zoom calls, so which is probably 80% of my days now. We're on Zoom, whether we're in the office or not. We end up on Zoom calls. But today we're dealing with All-Star Game issues and staffing and sponsors and other partners coming in, like things like that. We got a lot going on around All-Star this year in particular, but in addition to that, I'd say we're still doing work on the World Cup. We're still doing work on international planning, debriefing on what this year's European games look like, the global series. So we're constantly in that workflow, work cycle, and in addition to the day-to-day stuff that pops up.
Oh my
God, guys got an issue with per diem or anything like that.
My God. They're calling and complaining.
Per diem, what do they want, $200?
They need $250. You're like the busiest man in the world. I mean, like, you play 1,200 games, and now all of a sudden you're like this crazy executive, like with a full schedule. You just made me tired telling us what you have going on. Can we come help you today?
That's Jewish guilt. I got that from my father, just laying on everybody. I'm so busy, I don't have time for anything.
You're like my mother-in-law, man. She's like the busiest non-busy person ever.
Oh, you're like my partner Andy right next to me.
Although you are busy, though, man. You got to deal with a lot of shit, though. It's amazing how much you have to deal with. Like, our players, Will they call you directly, or do they go through other channels? Like, is the rep calling you? Like, who are you talking to?
Yeah, I'd say our first line right now are the divisional player reps. So you have Joe Reiki, Rob Zaminer, Steve Webb. Are the three guys that have been here the longest. They were here before I got here. I think Eric Lindros actually hired the three of them. At the time, he had hired 6 former players, and now those are the 3 left standing. But we have Ron Hainsey now that we brought on after he retired. Chris Campoli's been on board for several years as well. So, each guy has their own relationships. And, as you know, each year you're out of the dressing room. It's just kind of another year where you start to lose touch with the next generation. So it's important to have the younger guys on staff that have connections in the dressing rooms. And, it's much different, being a player in a dressing room and then when you're not, even when you're on a roster and you're injured, it's almost like you're not part of the team. So when you retire, it's definitely it's definitely helpful for us to have guys that have just stepped out of the game.
No, for sure. And it's weird, like, so you got so much on your plate. You got the All-Star game, you got sponsors and stuff like that. But then when something like per diem comes, around, are you like, okay, we're going to kick that to the side because it's not that important? Like, how do you everything?
Well, I mean, we have a great staff. We have a great team. And I think, a lot of it's already settled and negotiated in the CBA. But, when I say a per diem issue, we're dealing with things like, some teams still give it out in cash. Some teams put it on their payroll, things like that. They're small issues. It's not something, but that's what we're here for. We're generally, if we're in the news, something bad has happened. Yeah, we try to just stay behind the scenes and stay out of the limelight as much as possible.
Give me that cash, by the way, for the per diem.
I pay Cam in gift cards. I know. By the way, let's give him like a Starbucks gift card.
He works me like a dog, Matthew.
Hey, so how do you get involved with the PA at this level? I know you were a player rep and everything, but at the end of the day, you have a choice whether or not you want to do it. So was this something towards the end of your career, or even right after your career, you said, "Hey, I really want to be heavily involved with the PA"? How'd this happen?
Well, when I was a player, I was involved an awful lot. My first year in the league, I'm going to date myself now. 89-90 was my first full season. That was my rookie year. And Ryan Walter was our player rep in Montreal. And after my first season, he said, I want you to come to player meetings in Toronto at the time. And believe it or not, it was actually Alan Eagleson's last meeting, Bob Goodenough's first meeting. And I didn't know who either one of them were, frankly. And I walked in and it was a historic meeting looking back. But that was really kind of my first taste. And fast forward, Ryan ends up signing 2 years later with Vancouver. And I took over the role. I think I was 20, maybe 21 years old. Oh, wow. And that was we were right on the cusp of, we went on strike in 92. We were locked out in 94. Had some great veterans in the room, which was, for me, it was an amazing experience, but it was just kind of, I fell into that. Then after the lockout in 94, we had, a decade of labor peace. And I've been on a couple other teams in the meantime, and always around great reps. So that was what really shaped me, though, was those first few years and the impact that it ended up having on my personal earning power, but collectively as well. Kind of shaped how I viewed the PA. And then after the big one in 04-05, I was a player rep in Detroit. And then I was on the executive committee, which doesn't currently exist, which is a smaller group that's elected by the executive board, the player reps, that's more involved, more engaged. Then I was on competition committee and other things like that. And eventually I was on the search committee that hired Don. And I retired shortly after that. It was actually about a year after, and started talking to Don about potentially coming to work. And then that morphed into, would you consider moving to Toronto with your family? And my wife is from Toronto. So it was a once in a lifetime opportunity really to work for Don and his experience and have someone like that I could learn from. So that was really how that came about.
So what's your like looking to the future for me? Because, you know, I know Don's still on board, but there's talk about him moving over and you guys are searching for a new executive director. I see everyone like that's on the committee for the search committee, by the way. They're all college guys, you know, so that makes sense. You got all these like college guys on there that are on the search committee. But like, are you putting your hat in the ring there? Like, would you like to replace Don as the executive director? Like, seeing what he does on a daily basis, is that something you'd want to do?
Well, I am one of the candidates, and the search committee is in the middle of working right now. Ron Hainsey's actually been kind of spearheading from our side, along with our general counsel, Don Zavalo, and deputy general counsel, John Gerba. They've been working with the search committee. As you mentioned, it's a really good group of guys, veterans that have been engaged and involved for a long time with our organization as player reps and on competition committees and things like that. So it's been an ongoing process, and Don's retiring, and you know, it's the first time. I think we joke about it internally, but I mean, it's not funny, but it is the first time in the history of our organization where we're going to have some type of normal transition. So that's exciting, and I think we're in a much different place than we've been in a long time. And I think there's a lot to be excited about for the future. And we have a really good foundation, but I think there's a lot more that we can do as well.
Yeah, no doubt about it. All right, so we'll see how that plays out. Listen, man, your playing career, like super impressive.
Yeah.
You played over 1,200 games. I know you played for a bunch of teams, but some of those were like towards the end. I mean, you always kind of spent a few years, obviously, with your various stops. But I mean, like reflecting on it, you grew up in New York City. Like, were you like a big time like phenom in New York? Like, how'd you get involved in the game as a kid?
Well, my mom was French Canadian, from a big French Canadian family that settled in Rhode Island, and my mom was from a family of 12 kids. My dad was actually born in Newark, New Jersey, but his family was mainly in Rhode Island as well. And you know, New England, Minnesota, Michigan were probably back then really the only places that hockey was being played, you know, throughout the country, if you think back in those days. So, and the tri-state area, New Jersey, New York, Connecticut, there was a little bit, not nearly to the degree that you would see in New England, Minnesota, Michigan. But my dad really, he got me started playing hockey because he thought my cousins would be playing with the French Canadian background, and as it turned out, I think we got them playing. But my dad started programs in New Jersey, and he was really about skill development from an early age, and started programs that were focused on skill development, and so, you know, it was very non-traditional hockey upbringing that I had, for sure. And by the time I got to high school, I ended up going to Mount St. Charles Academy, which is one of the more famous high school programs back in the 70s, 80s, 90s. And it's actually starting to have a little bit of a comeback now. But, you know, it was really interesting. It's a long story, but in the end, I just loved hockey. I just loved hockey growing up. I played a lot of baseball, a lot of hockey. Hockey to me was always way more exciting than baseball. And although looking back, I probably would have made a lot more money playing baseball if I had the same success.
Yes, you would have. What'd your mom and dad do for a living?
My dad was a salesman. He sold everything from fountain drinks to drop ceilings. And he worked mostly. I was born in the city, grew up just outside in West New York, New Jersey, and then when I was going to school, we were in southern Jersey, Toms River, which is halfway between Philly and New York. So we were kind of all over the place when I was a kid, and didn't move to Rhode Island when I was 12 years old. It was mainly to go to Mount St. Charles, actually. And so I was kind of all over the place, but we had some great friends that were in the game. There's a famous hockey family in Rhode Island, the Bennett family. There were 4 of the 5 brothers that played in the NHL, and my dad was close to their father, who ran hockey schools in Rhode Island. I had a lot of inspiration like that, people that had made it into the NHL, and we'd go watch one of the brothers, Billy Bennett, played for the Boston Bruins, and he played for the Hartford Whalers. I remember going to see Billy play at Madison Square Garden when Gordy was playing with his 2 sons, and just some great, incredible memories of the Garden and Madison Square Garden and things like that were inspirational. But in the end, I think I love the game. Love the game.
Cam's only heard of Billy Tibbetts, not Billy Bennett from the Boston.
Hey, but Tom's River, man, big. I play with Jimmy Dowd. I know
Jimmy,
great guy, by the way. He's got OCD, by the way, Andy, and his hotel room would be like perfect. And I'd go there and I'd mess things up, and he couldn't help himself. He had to fix every little thing in the hotel.
Hey,
tortured him.
Hey,
I'm the same. Maybe there was something in the water down there. Actually, there was something in the water down there. They had a movie on there, right, John Travolta.
Oh yeah,
right.
Hey, you said Mount St. Charles. You guys won like 26 consecutive state titles. I mean, is there no competition, Matthew? I mean, 20. It's quite the run.
Who are you playing?
Somebody else has got to win one every once in a while, right? Like, how'd that happen?
Yeah, back then there were 4 teams in that league, and one of the teams was just got beat up on all the time. But I think back to those teams that I played on it, and there were myself, Garth Snow, Keith Carney, Dave Capuano, Rob Gaudreau, David Emma, all came out of, they were within a year of me and others that were in that same kind of group. All ended up playing in the NHL. Which you look at how small Rhode Island is, it's pretty incredible. But the thing about that program at Mount St. Charles, and our coach, who just passed away during the pandemic, by the way, we had a memorial for him back in Rhode Island. But it was Bill Belisle ran that program. He was, ex-Marine. He ran it like a drill sergeant. We were on the ice every day, very structured, just taught you teamwork, work ethic, and just the kids that came out of that program were set up to succeed for life, not just hockey, but for life. And I still, to this day, think those were some of the most important years of my life. And I only played there, in reality, I had 2 years. I had my sophomore year and my junior year. And I left after my junior year, 11th grade year, and I went to Cornwall and played in the OHL. Yeah. But that was the foundation, really, of my career. And, I think a lot of it really taught me how to succeed, after high school.
Hey, so why'd you go to the OHL? Like, you kind of strike me as more of like a college guy. Like you're an executive right now.
You're very smart.
You have lots of Zoom meetings, and you got a crazy schedule. Like, your parents didn't want you to go to college, or especially being in the New England area with all the options there.
Yeah, it was really kind of a whirlwind. It was a crazy story, but I had all intentions of going to college. I went to the World Junior Camp, which was in Lake Placid, that at the summer after my junior year, I was headed into my senior year, and I was pretty much set in the back of my head. I wanted to go to Boston University. That was kind of where I was thinking I was going to end up. And I went to the junior camp, and there was a friend of my dad's. My dad knows everybody in hockey. He knew everybody back then. It was a much smaller hockey world too. But a friend of mine asked me if I wanted to go up and go to the junior camps were just opening, and you know the old 48-hour rule. You could only be in camp for 48 hours. Then after that, you lose your college eligibility. So I went and had 4 scrimmages in 2 days, and really had no intention of going there. Orville Tessier had just taken over the coaching job. He had won, I think, Coach of the Year with the Chicago Blackhawks probably 2 or 3 years previous to that. And I ended up there, and they made me an offer that would have paid for my college education in Canada if I didn't sign an NHL contract. And went home for a week and talked about it with my dad and my brother and the family over 3 or 4 days, and just decided to go. And yeah, that was about it. It was really kind of crazy. My high school coach, Bill, he was not happy about it. I know. I think it was just about a year or 2 ago, my mom had actually sent me some old articles about how some of the college coaches in the area, Providence College and Boston College, were interviewed and thought my dad was ruining my life and destroying an opportunity. It was very controversial at the time. And you know, you look back, there were a couple of guys that went just before me that did something similar. The Hatchers. Kevin Hatcher had gone up and played. And then shortly right after me, like Mike Madonna, a couple of U.S. kids gone up there. Jeremy Roenick was another one that kind of jumped and went up a junior. It's a much different landscape today, and I think there's a lot more focus on the education up to junior. But it was a gamble. There's no question about it. And looking back, I'd probably say it was stupid.
I know shit.
But you know, it worked out, and I feel very fortunate for it.
So okay, so you play in high school, and I'm sure that it's a good league. Like, don't get me wrong, but then you go to juniors, and you're a defenseman. Like, were you like, God, these guys are killers here? You got monsters probably skating with no teeth. You know, they're wearing half shields. Guys look older, I feel like, in juniors sometimes because you got, again, it's a different style of hockey. Like, where you're like, whoa, this is a little bit different. It's not the college style. Was there a difference playing juniors? Was there a wake up call?
You know, I think, in all honesty, I think the biggest difference was really the fighting aspect of it. But the physical play, I don't know that it was like the actual hitting was that much. I just from your first line to your fourth line, your first defenseman to your sixth defenseman, I'd say the depth. You know, you definitely had the depth, but when you look at like the top players, the top line, top pair of defense, I think it was pretty similar. You never had the depth in the United States that you had in Canada. And I think that was probably the biggest difference. But the fighting obviously was, you know, that was a much different world. And
oh God,
you know, you just had to be willing to fight. We didn't have a very good team my first year in Cornwall, but we had some really tough guys. So obviously that made me a lot tougher.
Who was it?
We had Mike Ware. You guys that you want to know. Actually, Rob Ray was there.
Oh.
Rob was one of our guys. We had a handful of guys that you would have never heard of that didn't make it to the NHL. But you know, they were as tough as anybody I know today. Craig Duncanson was actually my roommate. He was a first round pick for the LA Kings. Never made it. But he was one of the toughest guys in the league as well. And but that was the style back then. I would say though, I mean, when I look, and even in the NHL, when you look at the skill level of players today versus back then, I mean, there were guys that just were not great skaters. So my skating ability, helped me tremendously.
Yep.
And I could get away from guys like Troy Crowder.
Big Troy.
And crowds, by the way, we were fortunate enough that they were playing in Belleville. Belleville had the Olympic-sized rink. I think that's the only thing that saved my life a number of years.
Yeah.
Brian Marchment, God rest his soul, Troy Crowder, and I think of those teams in Belleville, man. They were some scary, scary teams.
Brian Marchment.
You play with some unbelievable players though. Like not even talking about the forwards, like just the defensemen alone that you played with, from Leach to Rob Blake to Pronger, Niedermeyer to Lidstrom. I mean, I can go on and on and on. It's like crazy how many good defensemen you play with. Like who left like the biggest impression on you of all these Hall of Fame defensemen you played with? Like who is the most impressive in your opinion?
Kent Huskins.
Oh, the coffee guy.
Husky was my partner in Anaheim. We really gelled together. But I'd have to say Nicky. Nicky Lidstrom. I just saw him last weekend at the Hall of Fame weekend, and it's been a while since I've seen him. But I mean, what a wonderful person, amazing player, night in, night out, and amazing teammate. There's just not enough that you can say about him, and I think when you look at that type of leadership, that's just and how he evolved when he came in. I know he was a great player, but when you look at all the personalities that came through Detroit, when I got to Detroit, I still kind of joke about this. When I first got to Detroit, I got traded there in 03, the 02-03 season. They won in 02. Yeah. And at Hull and Luke Robitaille with Pavel Datsyuk was our fourth line. and Henrik Zetterberg was in and out of the lineup. He had healthy scratch sometimes. It's mind-boggling. And you look at the talent and everything that kind of came through at the time, and it was really, you look at the coach and how they manage personalities and things like that. But Nicky was just always, Stevie was like that too. Yzerman, the same vein. Not big talkers in the dressing room, led by example on the ice, but anytime they had anything to say, you could hear a pin drop in the room, and you knew things were really bad when they did upset. Although they never got that bad there.
Mm-hmm. Were you like, this team is destined to win like 4 or 5 in a row? I mean, was there a better team than like 02? You see that Detroit team, and you're like, you had a lot of the same guys the next year. Where you're like, it's hard for somebody to probably going to beat us this year. I mean, were you guys that good in 03-2 during the regular season?
Yeah, I mean, we won 2 President's Trophies when I was there, and I was, by the way, I was bookended by Stanley Cups. I should have just gotten a ring because everybody thinks I won a ring there, but they won the year before I got there, and then they won the year after I left and I signed in Anaheim.
That sucks.
So, but it, I mean, it was almost like we'd sleepwalk through the regular season, and you just keep winning. I don't ever remember really hitting a rocky point in the season. I think there were 2 years where our starts weren't great. We were like 500 and throughout the first 8 or 10 games of the season, and it was because the one year when Mike Babcock came in and there's a new coach, new system, or I think Dave Lewis one year we went to like the torpedo forecheck and nobody knew what they were doing, so we switched after like 6 games and things kind of fell into place again. But you just go through and you just expect it to win every single night,
Yeah.
and it was incredible. And that, I think part of that is why we didn't have the success in the playoffs either, because you don't sometimes when you don't go through that adversity during the regular season and then you hit it in the playoffs, it's you don't deal with it the same way. But it was just I love playing there. At the point in time in my career and my age as well, it was just the perfect fit for me, and I love being there. I just have great friends from that team, and a lot in common. Nicky was the leader, no question.
Man, that's crazy.
Yeah.
You had so many great players there from with Fedorov and Yzerman and Shanahan and Hull and all these guys, Robertson. But you also played, with Gretzky in his last year with the Rangers. Like, describe the traveling scene with Fedorov and Yzerman and all those guys versus being in New York and traveling with the circus that comes with Wayne Gretzky being in his last year. Is there any comparison at all to either of those two?
Yeah, I mean, it was similar. It was similar in the sense that, every city that you were in, big crowds, get off the bus at the hotel and lineups for autographs, much more so than any of the other teams that I played on. The original 6 teams when I was in Montreal and I was in New York and Detroit, the original 6 teams were great to play on because anywhere you go, anywhere you went as a visiting team, you had a following. Mm-hmm. It didn't matter how good the team was, and it really dawned on me when I was on the teams that didn't have such a great following. There were, after Detroit, I remember going into Nashville with Anaheim. And in Nashville, every time we went into Nashville with Detroit, it became a big rivalry. We played them a couple of years in the playoffs, and the building was packed and fans were crazy. We go in with Anaheim, and it's half full. It's not the same building we played in. But it was just incredible. With Gretz, it's just another level, especially then. And I think, early in the year, you were starting to think this might be the last year. It is what it is. And, as the year, as we went through the season, I think everybody kind of knew that was going to be it. And even, he didn't make the announcement until the second to last game. We were in Ottawa. And and he made the formal announcement that he was retiring. But and that became very emotional for everybody for the next week after that. But we would pick Gretz up around the service entrance behind the hotel, so he wouldn't have to sign so many autographs, because he never turned down an autograph that I saw. He would stand outside and sign for everybody until the last guy or someone had to come physically grab him and take him onto the bus. So we would come up with different ways to get him out of the building, so to speak.
You keep anything cool from playing with him? Like, is it like an experience, like to play with an iconic player like that? Like describe it. And I give him credit for not announcing his retirement until late in the year. Like, you see some of these athletes, man, who would they'd want to have like the full on world tour, and everyone say goodbye and give him a gift on the ice.
Mm-hmm. Albert Pujols.
He didn't do that.
Yeah. Well, he actually in his last game, he used, I don't know how many sticks. I'm gonna guess he used like 100. He used as many sticks as he could. He was going around in warm up and he was shooting, going back to the bounce, picking up every time. He would just pick up another stick every time he was doing the circle before just shooting pucks, and then he'd do a 1-on-0 or 2-on-1, and he'd go get another stick. And then during the game, every shift he was using a different stick. So he gave everybody on the team a signed stick from that last game. And then he had a whole bunch more that he was giving out as well. But during the entire season, he'd come in the dressing room. There was an entire table set up, and he told everyone on the team, he goes, bring in anything that you want, put it on the table, I'll sign it, I'll get it all done. And I remember he actually he came to me, he goes, you haven't asked me to sign anything. I go, you got so much. He goes, He goes, no, bring stuff in for me to sign. I'm like, I didn't want to put any more on the table, but that's no, he is.
He's so cool.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, you play with a lot of guys. Okay, I guess you play with. Well, I'm gonna give you an example. Like Paul Correa to a lot of these guys. Their warm-ups are so hardcore. Like these successful hockey players, man, they go through this rigorous warm-up. Sometimes it's goofy. Sometimes guys make fun of him. But like, what Wayne do? Like, what did Wayne do when he came in the locker room? What time would he come in? Would he just sit there and he'd tape a stick? Would he stretch? Would he just like do nothing? Like, I feel like he just kind of just went out there and played his game. Like, what was his like warm-up routine?
It's funny you asked me that because I'm thinking about it as you say that, and I really don't remember. Yeah. I think he probably had a couple cups of coffee and maybe sat
crossword puzzle,
cross his legs.
Yeah. I don't remember anything in particular.
That means he didn't do anything.
Yeah. Watching a movie.
I know. That's what I'm thinking. The same thing. He was maybe spin the pedals on the bike. I don't think I ever saw him on the bike either.
Oh my!
That's called natural right there, man. That's what that is, dude.
Hey, the '96 World Cup, man. I mean, it's and we've had a bunch of guys on from that team, man. I mean, the stories and just the legend that comes with you guys winning that, like, that's got to stay with you forever, man. Like what do you like when you think about that experience and the guys you're playing? Like what comes to mind first, Matthew? Like thinking about that.
Boy, I think it was like the perfect storm. I just remember from the first day we stepped on the ice in Providence, how fast the pace was and how crisp the passes were. Everybody was just flying. And the group of guys, it was just the camaraderie. And I think of the plane rides and the bus rides and everything else and how close we were. I was from Rhode Island, so it was great that it was in Providence, and I was actually training that summer in Rhode Island. But I think there were a lot of guys like Providence. Why are we going to Providence? And it was Lou's. Lou was at Providence College for a long, long time. So, but it was everything from day one. It was like it was just perfect, and the makeup of the team. Like our best players, when you look at Team Canada and the star power there, the superstars, I think things kind of changed after that. The makeup of the national teams, and I know Canada, focused on more role players, but you think of guys like Tony Amonte, Tkachuk, Billy Guerin, Doug Weight. I mean, you go right down the list. Even on defense, whether it was me or Kevin Hatcher, don't think we would have made Team Canada. A lot of those guys wouldn't have made Team Canada possibly, but that was the perfect team for that tournament. And everyone just had a chip on their shoulder. They really came in and it was like, all right, we've been kicked around enough by, the Canadians for so long. And we played the first couple exhibition games and we beat them, but it was just like a perfect storm for everyone. And we had some unbelievable characters on that team that kept us entertained day in and day out. But I think that Guerin and Tkachuk and Waite and Madonna, it was like a constant comedy act. And
Holy.
Holy.
Oh God, yeah. But yeah, it was just an amazing squad and an amazing 6 weeks we were all together, all said and done, I think. So yeah.
Yeah, man. Look, there's a lot of personality on a team, a lot of egos, and you got Lou Lamoriello, who I played for 7 years. I know how his style is, and if you're not used to that, and you're from a different kind of organization, you come in and he's under the realm and he's in control. Like, how'd guys take that? Was there any weird meetings where you guys sometimes looking at each other like, oh boy, this is different than what I'm used to? I know it all worked out, but like, describe how Lou's impact affected you guys as a whole.
Lou just let it happen, in all honesty. And, Ronnie Wilson was the coach. I think Ronnie did a great job. He had some great motivational speeches. sending us out onto the ice. I think one of our early games, he played the opening to Patton before we went out on the ice. I thought that was just again, he was the right coach at the right time for that team. But if I really look at it, we lost one game that entire time, and it was the Canada in Philly, that game one, where everybody thought we were done after that. But through the entire exhibition, right through the tournament, we only lost that one game, and like everything was just clicking, and everybody was playing at the top of their game. I remember I went back to Toronto's camp. I was with the Leafs at the time, and I went back in a camp, and I felt like I had gone back to juniors. Like I was just so much further ahead, so much faster. Everything was moving so fast in those games that the NHL level was really a step down. And I just remember being blown away how incredible that felt coming back into an NHL camp. And you quickly come back down and you fall into the flow. But it was amazing thinking about the level that whole tournament was played at.
Yeah, you're telling like Sundin and Gilmore, like you guys like need to pick it up because I'm too good to be here right now. Hey,
this is step down.
Come on, Mats, let's go pick it up. Hey, who was your partner? Who'd you play with the most on that 96 team during that tournament?
I played with Kevin Hatcher. He was my partner throughout the tournament. Yeah.
Yeah.
And he's like killing people.
He's killing guys, elbowing them.
Darian played with Leachy. Darian was the killer. Kevin was more docile.
Yeah,
Kevin was more docile. Right. He was the finesse guy, you know. But it was just a great experience.
Were you running? So you and Leach, who was running the power play? I guess Leach was, right? Or who was on the power play?
Hatch was, Andy.
Yeah. Leachy was playing with Leachy. We had Leach, Chelios.
Yeah, Chelios too.
Suter.
Oh,
and Suter and me. So I'm trying to think who. I was definitely number 2, but I'm trying to think who was on the first. It was Leachy and maybe it was Suter.
Yeah, see, that's back in the day. Back in the day when they had 2 defensemen on each power play unit.
Not anymore.
Now you'll never see that ever. You know.
Hey.
Oh, this drives me crazy. Don't get me started on the forwards on the point on the power play.
Oh, you don't like that. Well, what about what happened 2 years later in '98 in Nagano? Like, what was the difference? What's the difference then? Like, what you could see?
I think the big ice. We did not play well on the big ice. I mean, that was if '96 was the perfect storm, it was the opposite of that in '98. I just remember, the travel over there was a mess. We got there, and our passes were horrible. We were playing on that big ice, on the Olympic ice, just was not good for that team. It was very challenging.
Hey, a couple more things, and then we'll let you go, man. You've been great. We appreciate your time for sure. All right, can I ask you a couple questions NHLPA related, like the escrow situation? They've got the 6% for the next 3 years. Like what happens after that? Is that something you guys are already discussing and working on now, or do you just wait and see? Like how do you come up with that number and decide what it's going to look like in the future?
Well, it's a negotiation. I mean, we have actually agreed to a system that we're going to be implementing a 1-year lag system, which would essentially, if I could explain it in a nutshell, it would be we're taking the previous year's revenue and projecting a year in advance cap. So that would help keep escrow down. In the old system, we were always projecting. The new cap was based off of projected revenues, not actual revenues. So it will actually slow the cap growth. If we slow the cap growth a little bit, it will keep escrow down. So that's the goal and the objective moving forward there. But as of right now, the only negotiated caps on escrow, they would expire with this agreement if we don't negotiate that into a new agreement.
Okay. And how's your relationship with Gary Bettman? Like, do you and Gary talk often? You guys get along pretty well?
I wouldn't say we talk often. Typically we see each other at events. Don talks to Gary if if things come up during the year, and then he, no matter what it is about. So, if we're dealing with World Cup matters, they might talk periodically, but we each have a team that works specifically day to day on World Cup issues. Or, we were talking earlier about All-Star game and things of that nature. Typically, though, we're dealing with, I'll deal with Bill Daly or Don Zavlo or General Counsel will deal with Bill Daly. On more of the day-to-day issues, things like that.
Okay, and then where do you see this thing going with the World Cup? I mean, obviously a lot of people disappointed that it's not going to happen in 2024. So what's the next step? Like, and what's it going to take to put the tournament on?
Yeah, well, given where we are with the war in Ukraine, that was really the biggest reason to postpone it. And I think one of the things that we're laser focused on is putting on the best World Cup, the best tournament ever. And in order to do that, we have to have all of our best players. And I think one of the things that we heard loud and clear from our players is that, we have to have all of our guys, including our Russian players. So we're hoping that, the postponement gets us to 25 and we're in a different position and we're able to put on a tournament that we know and that we hope is going to really be the best one that we do ever.
And that makes sense, man. You got to have the Russians there. I know everyone wants to see Crosby and McDavid on the same team, man, but we need to see the Russians there too, man. So what issues with the All-Star game? You just want to cancel it? Like, should you just cancel the All-Star game, Matthew? Go ahead and just cancel it if you want to, I guess.
Well, we've had discussions about that, what it looks like. I know it's challenging. We always talk about making sure we don't tax our top players too much. They're asked an awful lot, and they've done an awful lot over the years. So we'll constantly be looking at what it looks like and what the schedule looks like going forward. And but it's still up for discussion. So we're not 100% sure what that's going to look like.
Okay, yeah.
I get you,
because they don't want to go, man. And
hey, I'll go, though, Matthew, with you.
Yeah, exactly. Hey,
I'll
listen,
hang out.
all the best to you. And we appreciate you giving us some time, man. You had a great career, and I know you're busy doing everything you got going on with the NHLPA, too. So all the best to you, Matthew. Thanks for doing this.
See you, buddy. Thank you again.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
Take
right
care.
on.
The Cam Strick Podcast is brought to you by Bellman and Bellman.com. BEHLMANN.com. Get out there to Detroit, Missouri. Check it out. On one side, you got the Buick, the GMC. Options for everybody. Then right across the street, you got the Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram. Again, find something that works for you and get yourself a new set of wheels in time for the winter. Well, welcome back, everybody. I hope you enjoyed that conversation. We had to let him go a little bit early. He had stuff to do.
Yeah, I did.
He's on Zoom meetings left and right.
He's a busy dude.
He's down in Florida. But dealing with all those Canadians, too, man, up there in Toronto. His wife is from Toronto, which is very cool. I think it'd be kind of cool to be half Canadian.
Yeah.
If not 100% Canadian.
Yeah.
Like, to say you're Canadian is kind of like...
I like being from the U.S.,
saying
man. I'm not Canadian. I love Canada.
Do you know that I'm part Canadian?
You're everything, Andy.
No, I really am.
Andy's like Elizabeth Warren.
Who's that?
He's Native American. He's Canadian. He's Swedish. He's from Buffalo. What the fuck? Like, you're everything, brother.
Isn't that amazing?
You should get into Harvard.
And all of it's true.
I know.
My family on my dad's side is from St. Catharines, Ontario.
Yeah, I mean, dude, you got it all, brother. So, no wonder you're a good athlete.
And my mom's side, isn't that funny?
It is.
It's funny when you start connecting the dots.
I know. I'm trying to put it all together.
And then you figure it all out.
Your sister-in-law really gave me a wake-up call. And,
can you say something nice to her?
Hey,
like,
girl, what's up? I'm sorry about being mean.
Like maybe like a Merry Christmas to you.
Merry Christmas. And you know what? I'm sorry about being mean to little Andy over here. He's just, I was wrong. Andy's an unbelievable football player. He's an unbelievable hockey player.
He's a
way better athlete than me.
He's a hunter.
Better golfer than me. He's a golfer. He wrestles bears. He's Swedish, Native American. He's
hunter and a
He's
gatherer.
from Buffalo. He's Canadian. He's fucking African. He's got it all in him. He does it all, and I'm a fucking loser.
Hey, what is there left? What is there left to do?
Own the world. Take over Elon. You know, you're smarter than Elon too,
dude.
You know,
can
like
I just tell you?
You know politics. You know everything.
Do you think Elon will regret buying Twitter?
I think he's got his game plan going.
What's the game plan?
You know what I like about Elon? He's open with everything. He's like, I'm trying this out, guys. Let's see how it works. Blah, blah, blah. And he'll just tweet it out. And he'll be like, I'm trying this new algorithm. Like, okay. That's pretty cool.
You think he's really doing that?
Yes, he is doing it. And he's like, it didn't work. We're going to try this.
You think that?
Yes, I do think that. Andy, you told me that. I'm going to answer it twice.
Unless Rex Chapman tells me that it was him, that I won't believe it. Rex. I like Rex. He was a good football or basketball player at Kentucky.
He's such a cool dude. He's so cool. He's such a good analyst, too.
Basketball analyst?
He's such a good analyst.
I
agree with everything Rex Chapman says.
Addiction issues, and he overcame.
We all do. You know.
I think
Rex Chapman, what a fucking cool guy.
I think you should like him.
I do. I look up to him like I look up to you, man.
Really?
Like yeah.
Oh my God! Thank you, Cam.
Yeah, big time.
Thank you.
Big time. Cool cat. He's a cool cat.
Who else you look up to? Or just me?
Well, you know, I look up to, AOC. Or I look up to Antifa. I like people that.
Why do you like all those people?
Well, because they're sending a good message. You know, they're sending a good message. I like them, and I like Putin. You know, I like.
Do you like sports enough to sit around and watch it with 20
I watch sports.
dudes?
No, I watch sports all weekend.
Like overweight dudes, and like you just sit there, and like everybody has jerseys on, and like they're kind of like making fun of like people.
No, I don't want to be around 50 swinging dicks.
And they're like really overweight, watching football, and they
like,
kind of
what's going on here? I'm like, no.
Like
you know what I do when I watch football, Andy? I put a fire on in my house. I got the puppies laying on me. I have a Bloody Mary in my hand.
Get the puppies off the couch.
I got Bloody Mary in my hand. Boo Boo's mowing behind me because I got her in her little
house. My eyes are itching.
And I just drink my Bloody Mary, and I watch, and I get my fucking mind right, and I watch it. And I watch in this, and I'll move into the other room and watch it on the other TV.
I'm having a hard time because I bought some new cigars, dude, and it's been too cold to go outside and smoke them at nighttime.
Well, I thought you were good in the cold.
I am, actually.
I know you are. You're like a polar bear. And he's good at everything. You know, he just is.
Thank you.
You know, so.
You're really lifting me up today.
Well, I should. Because I was wrong. Yeah. I was wrong.
Yeah, you were. You know what? It's important to admit you were wrong and to understand that.
You're right.
And once you
How do I be better?
I know.
Andy, teach me how to be better.
I'm doing that right now.
Teach me how to be a better person.
I am doing that as
God, I need it.
I'm doing it.
I'm trying. Damn. You know. I'm trying, brother.
And I'm not, just to be clear, because I never want to get canceled and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I'm not fat shaming anybody or weight shaming. What's the word? By saying these guys, I feel like they exploit these really overweight dudes who are like with the football jerseys and just watch football all day long. And
what?
And they watch all sports.
Well, I think it's
scream on social media.
Like always set me up to say something. Like, well, it's more like when they do the model stuff with the heavy set models, are like, this is good. Well, I mean,
well,
like,
you know those
heart disease.
Those Twitter accounts where like there's like 20 dudes watching football together.
Yeah, and Barstool. Yeah, I know. It's a nightmare to me. But they do their thing, and they probably make a ton of money, and blah, blah, blah. I just don't want to be around 20 swinging dicks.
Could you do that?
No. I don't want to be around 20 swinging dicks. I'm already around fucking dicks all the damn time. I go to a radio show, there's 5 swinging dicks in there for 4 hours. I hang out with you two guys, which I love. You know, I love you guys. But it's like, I don't want to go to another place and watch football with 20 more swinging dicks.
Actually,
I'd rather hang out with my babies.
I would like to watch a football game with you and show you a few things.
Come over to my house, man.
I will.
You know?
I'll come over for like AFC, NFC.
Yeah.
You know what? We should kind of like film some of that. The AFC, NFC.
We're going to film me and you racing first, brother.
Okay, brother. Well, is that your new word today? Stop saying
brother?
That. Well, you keep saying it.
All right. Sister. Is that better? Drive me nuts. He drives me nuts.
I'm just telling you, Cam.
Did I say brother too much today? Is that what you're saying?
A little bit. Just in the last, like, ever since you got angry.
I did.
Ever since you got mad. Don't take that personal, Cam.
Well, yeah, I do.
God,
I don't want your family to hate me.
Don't have thin skin. They don't hate
Well, I don't
you.
have thick skin like you,
The
man.
wife
You're a polar bear.
stood up for you.
That's
but
I
to
like
try
that.
to explain. But, like...
I pump you
just
up when it's
keep
necessary.
in mind
I pump you up when it's necessary.
who might be listening.
I mean, I don't make... yeah, you're right. I
think
care
they
about
listened a lot
your
to
sister-in-law.
the early...
I really care
the
about
early
your
edition where maybe you just were dropping F-bombs every other word and stuff like that. So that's not
So
for
now I'm
everybody.
catering to your
That's
sister-in-law?
not for everybody.
So now, of all of our hardcore fans out there that just love everything we
Wow,
do.
with my people in Saskatchewan.
Yeah, they're all your people, Andy. We know that. All
Can
the
you say that again?
They're all your people. You're so relatable. So all of your people up in Canada that don't like me, of course, and this is why this thing's rocking and rolling. It's going really good. So now I'm going to cater to your fucking sister-in-law.
Can you say something like really nice?
Your family's awesome. And I like your socks.
Oh, thanks, dude. I had no clean socks.
You're an
today.
athlete. You're jacked.
Yeah.
You're a powerhouse. You're a power forward.
Start doing first farm.
What do I do? How do I get like you?
First form.
Man, well, I am. I got to do something else.
Well, then you might get like
if I
me.
keep working hard. Hey, is that how it is? Tell me.
Honestly, you
Tell
don't
me.
even have to work hard when you take first form.
It's always
that
good to
easy.
work hard, I'd say, Andy.
Yeah, but it's that
I don't mean to
easy.
correct you.
I know, but
Scotty
it's,
Bowman, but I would say that you probably should have that in the back of your head that you should work hard and no supplements is going to fucking take your body over. There's still a little bit of work. Now, you don't need to be a goddamn power lifter like you, but if you want to do a couple push-ups here and there.
but if you're like a truck driver, dude, who's driving
no doubt. But it's always good to still do something. Doesn't mean it's not going to work, but it works better
it's
if you do something.
better if you do something.
That's all.
Yeah. So if you're sitting around,
Is that okay?
with like 20 dudes watching sports all day long, that's not really doing much.
Yelling at the TV.
Let's go!
About a $30 bet you had. Like, calm down. I just don't want to do that.
I just don't bet that much.
Like, I like my buddies and stuff. Like, I'll hang out. But I like to watch stuff from my house, man.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to be here unless they're my good buddies. Like, if I'm around 20 swinging dicks, they better be funny. And not like, I don't want to hear my buddy be like, rah, rah. Like, oh, settle down. Like, you threw $30 on the game.
Yeah, jeez.
But you probably threw like half a schmil because you got it going.
Going on.
You got it going on in every way possible.
Thank you, Cam.
And I just need to be a better person.
I
need to be
think
better.
You are taking this way too far.
I need to be better. See, Andy likes to like dig at me though. I would never. You're like Reed Lowe. Like, you always dig.
Hey, I just interviewed Reed.
Like, Losey will, like, find a way to chirp me on Facebook. Like, and I'll be like, why?
Yeah, I would never do that.
And I'm just like, I don't chirp you. Maybe on the radio. I don't chirp. Like, it's like he chirps. I'm like, now I got to fucking throw a comeback.
Cam, I never chirp you. I
It's
really
like,
don't.
I can't keep up with you, though, man. Like, you got so much stuff going on. You've been through it all. You play in the NHL. You play in the NBA. You play in the Olympics. NFL, too. Like, you've done it all. Mm-hmm. And I don't know what to say. When you break everything down, like, I can't keep up with it because you just know what you're talking about.
Olympian.
Especially when it comes to non-hockey stuff. You really know what you're talking about.
Isn't that amazing?
Isn't that crazy? You're so, like...
I'm glad hey, listen.
You're dynamic.
I think she's really going to appreciate this side of you.
She should.
Yeah. Now she really knows what you really think.
I know. I'm
and
sorry.
Who you really are.
I know.
I tried to tell her.
I look up to you. I'm jealous.
Tried to tell her.
It's jealousy. That's what it is.
Hey,
I'm jealous of Andy.
I tried to tell her, and now she knows.
She knows now. I'm sorry.
Hair Club, baby, brings us the Cam Strick podcast.
Yeah.
800-279-787.
Damn right.
Hairclub.com/Cam Strick. Go to our landing page and go there today. That would be a great Christmas gift for somebody. A consultation.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, why not? Get started on it.
Seriously. And you'll save money by using our promo code. We talked about First Form. And we'll continue to talk about it. Maybe, Nick, we can get him to come jump out of a box at your house for you.
Oh, I ain't doing it at my house.
Present.
I better be there.
Kate will just be like,
hey, Kate, I got a good I'm out of town, but I got a good Christmas present for you. It's Nick jumping out of a present. She's like, oh, man. Good.
Yeah.
We love you, Nick, man. God dang.
I'll be handing out First Form to people.
Speaking of just like that
Actually,
guy.
You know how like the people, they use their NIL money to hand out turkeys?
Yeah.
I'm handing out First Form.
Oh, my God, Andy.
Like meat sticks.
You're doing God's work.
Meat sticks.
You're doing God's work.
I'm handing out fruits and greens. I'm handing out protein. Maybe a hoodie.
Yeah. Damn, I'll take that goddamn hoodie.
Well, come out to your house.
You're Santa Claus.
I will
I
be happy. It would make me happy to give one to you.
Andy does it all. I mean, he's
everything.
Everything. He's good at everything, man. I can't keep up with it, and I'm the jealousy aspect of it.
Yes,
it's just it's coming to fruition, and I got to stop it, Andy.
Yeah, it's amazing.
I got to stop it.
I know. firstform.com/Cam Strick. That is the link for you to use. firstform.com/Cam Strick.
Yeah.
Sparks. Cam, I've been sharpening his skates with my eyes closed with this thing.
You're a wizard,
It just does it on its own. It's really miraculous. It's amazing, and it's a lot of fun.
Yeah, they got a good product, dude.
Don't
really
they?
Do. Damn right.
Hey, bring me your skates next week, will you? I'll sharpen them for you, because I will, actually.
All right.
No, it's probably a good idea, actually. You probably need them sharpened.
I do.
Okay, so bring
I'm going to bring in my skates.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to bring in my truck.
Can I tape your stick?
Can you give me an oil
Change your oil, yeah.
Detail
it? You want a full detail?
I want a full detail.
Okay.
There's a couple things around the house.
Changing light bulbs and stuff like that.
Yeah, like my poor wife. Like, I can't do anything because I'm irrelevant.
Oh, I found a new handyman, by the way.
Aren't you the handyman?
He's from Poland.
Oh, nice.
I know. This dude is like, he does everything.
Wow.
Yeah. Very cool. I found him on
I'm surprised you need a handyman.
Well, I don't have time.
That's
Cam, there's not 26 hours in the
What
day.
am I thinking? What am I thinking?
I don't have all day now. Come on, Cam.
Sorry, man. I'm sorry about that.
You know, I would if I had time.
How can you can't do two things at once?
I can do two things at once. I can't do 10 things at once.
Okay. Jesus, what's wrong with me?
Thank you for recognizing that.
Oh, God, I'm sorry about that.
You're already becoming a better person. I'm seeing it in front of my own eyes.
I'm finding Jesus.
And carshield.com, baby. 800-857-2481, Cam.
Damn right. I need it.
Use the promo code CAM, which is very embarrassing. Mm-hmm. Oh, I hope your sister-in-law didn't hear me say that.
My sister-in-law?
Well, I said it was
embarrassing. I have one?
I don't know. Do you have one?
I don't. Do I have a sister-in-law?
I bet you do. Does Kate have a brother?
Yeah. Yeah, I do. Yeah, I do have a sister-in-law. She ain't listening.
Hope she wasn't listening because that was not nice of me to say that.
She says you're a dick, actually.
Yeah, well, I know. Hey, you know what? That's okay.
Now my family looks at you.
We got something in common.
To be completely honest with you, you want to play that game. My family fucking loves you, man. Okay. You kidding?
You know I love your family, too, man.
I know, man. No, honestly, like, they love you to death.
I know. And my
so that's why whenever your family don't like me, I'm like, fuck.
Yeah, my family loves you. The kids love you.
Oh, my God. I hope the goddamn kids like me. I'm Uncle Cam.
Hey, Peelsy.
I'm the best uncle of anybody.
Did I say the story in the intro how Peelsy came to Ty's game?
Oh, really? Oh, that's sweet.
And you didn't even come. So
when was it?
Over the weekend, he had a tournament. So Peelsy comes to Ty's game. You'll love this though.
I chirp Peelsy, but if he does that, man, I love him.
So listen, after the game, you know that the coaches talk to the team and stuff like that in the locker room.
Oh God.
He's in there. He just
he
just sits down, like it's like Dougie Wade or something. I loved it. I'm like, and Ty's like, "Hey, Peelsy."
Hi, Peelsy.
And he,
all you dear, sit down, dear. I got to tell you about something here, dear. And on the wall, dear, you got to get the here. Let me tell you about the face-offs here. When I was playing, I would talk to Nathan McKinnon, and when Nathan McKinnon would.
He's in the locker room. I loved it. Like, there he is. Andy, we're like, hey, guys.
We can make fun of but if Peelsy goes and watches your kid play, that's fucking, I love that to death. You could chirp him all you want about
I'll never do it again.
I love that, and that is such a cool thing. So fuck anybody that chirps Peelsy.
And he kept asking me, like,
I'll chirp Peelsy.
I wasn't sure if he really was going to come.
No,
he kept saying, hey, what time are the games?
That's awesome.
Without his kid or anything.
Man, because people ask me, oh, Andy, I got to start doing more of that. Now I feel like an asshole.
Well, next weekend,
I'll do
we're in a tournament next weekend, too.
Yeah, but 8 o'clock at night, I can't do things.
It's not ever at 8 o'clock.
I can't do anything at night.
No, it's in the morning.
I can't. If it's
in the morning.
I'll get up, or I'm up at 5 o'clock, even on the weekends.
Use that promo code CAM, which is very embarrassing, but I tell you because it's the holidays, it's going to save you money.
Well, change it to Andy. Then change it to Andy.
Maybe that's why she's upset. No, I didn't think about that.
And I'm like, what the fuck? Man, I just don't like when people hate me, man. I don't.
This is out-of-town family that only is listening to probably one portion of a 5-minute clip.
Well, like this one guy said, you're a racist. And I go, what? And he's like, and I message him. He has messages open. Because anytime somebody says it on Twitter.
He said that publicly?
Yeah,
on
Twitter,
Elon's platform?
He fucking tagged me and you. No, he tagged Cam Strick. And I go, hey, dude, like, what was that all about? And I always message, if you say something hardcore, like, I'll message you. And he goes, you talked about the reserves. I go, what? I go, the Army reserves?
No. You talk about the reservation, dude, in a very negative light. You shouldn't have done that.
I was being realistic. And I just said to him, I go, I didn't mean to say they were dumps, and I should have used different verbiage. But they kind of
people have been through a lot, Cam.
But they are.
And they
need help. And you're like, I went to a reserve and it was so fun. I go, they're not very nice.
They found our country.
He's like, it's just like downtown cities. I go, I know. I go, I agree with you. I go, no shit. Downtown fucking North County is god awful. It's a war zone. Yeah. And if you look up reserves, and especially in South Dakota, they're terrible. They got drug riddled. They don't have any help. They need more money. And that's all I was saying. You were pumping it up like it's a fucking, it's like goddamn Disneyland. Well,
no, I've been on
and all I said was no, in realistic terms, because I'm a realist.
All I'm saying
they're
is
not nice.
Okay, but I've been on the I've been on the land in Arizona and New Mexico, and it's beautiful scenery.
Well, yeah, it's beautiful in South Dakota, but look where they're living. Yes, beautiful. It's in the fucking Badlands. Oh yeah. Are you kidding? South Dakota's gorgeous. But like
that's where Mount Rushmore is,
God.
Did you know that?
I'm not gonna say
Am I right about it?
Yes.
Okay.
But anyway, so they have these reservations in the middle of nowhere. There's no support, and it's drug riddled. The education's terrible. That's all I was saying. And the guy agreed with me.
Government support.
I know they need more. And the guy agreed with me. So I was right, but I just said the verbiage was wrong. So I apologize. I don't want to piss people. I love all you guys.
Understand.
I got Andy's family pissed at me. I got fucking Native Americans apparently pissed at me. I'm sorry. I love all you guys. I got my own fuck problems too, Like we're all eating a shit sandwich. Like goddamn.
That sounds gross.
No, we are.
I've never eaten one of those.
I have plenty of fuck times. I'm kind of eating one right now. Okay, to be honest with you. Serious.
Okay, well, get your waggle on. That make you feel better.
I feel good when I'm wearing waggle shit.
Yeah, well, get your waggle on. Waggle.com, or getyourwaggleon.com. Waggle is the golf apparel, the best golf apparel for all 4 seasons, Cam. It could be summer. It could be spring.
I need some winter stuff then, man. Tell him to hook me up with some stuff. Travis, hook me up.
Apologize to him for calling him a cake eater. You know what his family's saying about you, too?
He's pissed, too?
Probably.
God, fuck. All right, that's it. I'm done. I'm going to be a robot. Fuck it. No, I'm going to be a robot.
Talk about Waggle.
I love Waggle. Waggle is good. I know good golfer. I like Waggle.
Say getyourwaggleon.com.
Getyourwaggleon.com.
Thank you.
Man, we love Waggle, dude. I wear Waggle shit all the time.
Hell yeah.
I got the hat on right yonder, man. Who cares? Yeah. Let's go.
Bellman and Bellman.com. Say hi to Kenny.
Kenny, what up, homie?
Say hi to Danny Boy.
Danny Boy, what's up, baby?
And don't forget about Dale.
Dale. What's up, Dale? Tell your brother Dale I said back in high tape.
Yeah.
Back in Dale's coming over.
Say hi to the other
your brother Dale coming over? No, Dale's coming over. No, Dale. What?
Well, your neighbor Dale.
My neighbor Dale. Oh, your brother Dale. Both of them.
Is your Uncle Dale coming over?
Both of them. We love you, man. We're just bullshit.
Hell yeah.
I'm a fucking hillbilly.
Hell yeah.
Know that, man.
Hell yeah.
What's up? Brother.
Don't say that over and over.
Sorry, man. I got the Hulk Hogan in me today. Oh, shit.
Brother.
What's up, brother?
When Ken gets upset, he starts calling. When you're yelling at Kate on Friday, you just call her brother.
Man, that was way more hardcore.
Can you give me like one thing you said?
It's not good.
Okay,
that's
well,
why I listen. I don't
talk
about
that.
No, I want to help people out and knowing that we all do it.
It's very helpful.
It might not be, but it might be. Like according to what people like text me, they like to hear me be intimate like that.
I know.
That's it. I'm not perfect, man, and I just want people to know. Andy's fist pumping me around. Jesus Christ. Get out of here.
I know, because he said that.
Drive me nuts. I can't do this.
I'm here to
now
support.
His family yells at me. Like, what the fuck? I get his family yelling at me. Like,
did we talk about the Spark skate sharpeners?
Are you going to find another partner?
No.
Am I not good? Am I too horrible for you? Should you find a more normal person to do this with, you think?
No.
You sure?
Yeah.
I think I'm too much.
No.
I think I'm too much for you. I'm offending everybody.
We'll talk about it.
Should you get somebody else that's more pure and proper? I think you should.
Prim and proper.
They're just gonna be good. They're gonna say the right thing.
Did we talk about Sparks? The
yes.
skate sharpener?
Oh no. We don't need it.
Get your Sparks. Cam is renting skates. This brown.
The brown and red ones. I'll still fucking toe drag.
I'll
toe drag them fucking cages.
They come in gray and black some places, I think. Get that Sparks. Use that promo code Cam and Strick, or you can try Cam and Strick 100.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's still working or not because that was like a Black Friday one. But Cam and Strick 100 or just Cam and Strick, utilize the discount. Our discount is a bigger discount than anything they give out there for Black Friday or Cyber Monday.
Take advantage of it, dudes. Like, goddamn.
Hell yeah. So get your Sparks. It's what the pros use. I'm sure all the greatest players in the history of the league.
It's what you use.
And it's what I use.
I know. Well, you're a pro.
Thank you.
Pretty much everything. You know?
I'm an all-star, Cam.
I know.
Hall of Famer.
And he is.
Hall of Famer.
And I'm not going to make fun of him. Like, no, he is. Like, he's fucking an unbelievable athlete.
Hell yeah, baby.
You know, so I look up to you with that.
Thank you, Cam. I look up to you, too.
Oh, yeah, with what?
Just like how, like, you...
My Christmas tree?
Yeah. Oh, that was staged.
Are you out of your mind?
That was staged.
Do you think that's a fake tree?
Your picture was staged. Don't be posting it like you're setting up the tree and you're putting it.
Yeah, I didn't set the tree up.
It looks like...
But you thought it was like a fake tree.
It is a fake tree.
No, but you thought I like clipped off a tree on the Hallmark Channel. And no, I opposed whatever it's
it
called.
Looks like it was like out of like a Target catalog.
You know, it's
who puts a red heart on top of their tree?
My wife.
A red. It's not Valentine's Day.
It's the cutest tree in the world.
No, it's not Valentine's Day. And why is it a white tree?
Because it's just sparkly. Our house looks pure and loud.
I've been in a lot of national forests in my time.
You're a hunter.
I've been deep into the woods.
Yeah.
I've hunted bear.
Well, you're Bear Grylls, man.
I've hunted bear. I've hunted turkey. I've hunted a number of things. I've never seen a white tree. Oh, actually, I've seen a white, like, you know.
Our house looks very cute.
Birch tree or
like
aspen tree.
You can make fun of me all you want, but like if you want to look at the house looks cute.
Looks great.
It looks really cute. And you thought
that
it was
one
fake.
room that we've never seen any. Can you show us other parts of the house?
Oh,
I've seen the bedroom with the dog crates in there.
Oh, that still look cute. Oh, with our beautiful view.
Yes, I know.
Like,
do you have a deck
15 acres.
off your bedroom or no?
Yeah,
you do.
Yeah,
like you can go outside from your bedroom.
Yeah,
oh, that's pretty nice.
Indeed. Yeah, I know. And I don't want to talk about being from the wealthy part of
Did you
Franklin
make
County.
breakfast?
What's that?
You make breakfast on Thanksgiving for your wife?
No, I had to take care of business, man.
I know you did. Hey, we're thinking about you and your family too, man.
It's all good. It's all good, man.
So listen, I hope everybody had a great Thanksgiving out there, American Thanksgiving. In Canada, I hope you had a great Thursday because they don't.
Yeah, no shit.
They don't. Yeah. But and it's too bad
we
that
love all you
Canada's
guys,
World Cup team has taken a couple tough losses.
Yeah.
You know, Croatia being the most recent, I believe.
Whatever.
So you've been watching the World Cup?
Yeah, actually I have.
And me too. I like those American games too, man. They play.
With the U.S. playing Iran, lovely country.
They're playing tomorrow or today, the day that it comes out.
Iran. I hope they fucking.
Is it Iran or Iran?
Iran, probably. But
yeah.
I call them Iran.
Okay. Well, Cam, this has been a great episode.
I know. Well, you've been great, dude.
You've been great.
I'm not as good as you, and I just wish I was in every way possible.
Well,
I'm trying.
We hope everybody has a great day.
I know.
This has been episode 214, right?
Love all you guys, man. Love
214.
All y'all.
We love all y'all.
Send us some. Just don't. You know, if there's something I said, just like don't like tweet, just like message me.
Let us know what's on your Christmas list, and it could be a Cam Strick hat, which they are available, by the way, online.
Andy steals all my shit.
CamandStrick.com. Go there right now and order a hat, and get the one with the cursive writing on it. That's what we have.
I love those. Are my favorite.
Yeah, they're really cool, aren't they?
Love all you guys, man.
Everybody
Enjoy
hey, listen, have a great day. Have a blessed day. This
God bless God.
Cam and Strick podcast.